to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation podcast. A podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back. Like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. You already know what you getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruption. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing. And you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their bag like, what's up?
What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential, gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tug. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona. If you enjoyed listening, definitely subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yo, what's up, everyone? What's up, PlayStation Nation? You are now tuned in to the What's Up PlayStation Podcast.
What's up? What it is, what it do? What's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introductions. You already know what you're getting, and that is facts with a discussion. The greatest to bless the mic without the needless interruptions. Face it, we got an anatomy like a little bite of me for a concussion. You know what's up, man. I mean it when I seen it. I was proud of these brothers. They entertain the people every week without cussing, and you don't ever hear the drama. They keep it clean on the podcast. Independent duo doing it big when they broadcast. Haters hate to see them doing positive things. PlayStation Nation got you, ain't it obvious, man? We pulling up every week and showing love in the chat. Unlike these other channels, these guys are showing their back like, what's up?
What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
They don't need no introduction. Persona, the gaming politician, politicking for the come up. Division and vision require precision, decision that gotta be thought of. The potential is exponential. Gamer credentials is what they brought us. Get caught up. You know, Bari bring the passion when he's speaking from the heart. He the best lisp on YouTube, climbing up the charts. And when Persona speaks, he gon' tear the mic apart. Intellectually, of course, cause you know the boy's smart. They cover the news with integrity, so you know it's a must watch. Ain't no console war, just two brothers being a font. What's up, PlayStation? Got the Saturdays locked. And if you ain't tuning in, you missing out. Get blocked.
What's up? What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up. What it is, what it do, what's up? What it is, PlayStation, what's up? J Bari and Persona got it locked in the tub. Saturday mornings, y'all know what's up.
Yo, listen, man. I really do appreciate everyone that always comes through to rock out with me and Bari, man, on What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast by fans for the fans, or by the community for the community, I should say. Listen, man. For me, man, I'm gaming with Persona.
Yo, what's good, people, man? It's your boy Persona, gamer Persona, one half of the What's Up PlayStation Podcast crew. And welcome to episode 173 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, a podcast for the community, by the community. Listen, man, if you're finding our channel for the first time, welcome. If you're a newcomer, welcome. If you're somebody that is a regular, shout out to the WUPS Nation members, the WUPS community, and everybody here, man. We definitely appreciate everybody coming through and rocking out with us, man, on this Saturday morning. And yo, man, listen, we got a great show for you guys today, man. It's going to be a good show. You know, a lot of things we're going to talk about. Might even get a special guest appearance by a special, friendly person in the neighborhood. Who knows? We'll see. Who knows? Right? And then, obviously, we're going to have a really good discussion as well, man. We're going to be talking about a couple things, man. But, yo, big shout out to everybody here, man. Appreciate everybody being here, coming in, man. Get your breakfast, you know, chill, kick your feet up, man. We got a lot we're going to be talking about. But listen, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a two-man team. And you see him down there. You see him down there with the trust issues hat on. Mr. Light Bright himself. Is that a Spider-Man shirt as well? I spy with my little eye a spider man. And, you know, Mr. Light Bright himself, the king of the Bronx. The best player on Sparking Zero, because he ain't fight me yet. The best player and the COD god, even though he don't play COD no more. You understand? I like my mangoes.
I had some mangoes more too.
And my tea. I know you got some tea. There's some tea there?
Yeah.
Bari always got tea. But yo, my bro Bari in the building. Bari, what's going on with you, bro, man? Say what's up to the people.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Welcome to another episode of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, episode 173 to be exact. Persona, man, listen, yo, stop putting on these bullet marks or or what do you call it? Bullseyes on my goddamn back, man, with them intros, man. Come on, man.
Hey man,
You
you
know what I mean?
know.
I will be getting into Sparking Zero though more now, cause yo, I don't know if I told you, but work wise, it's
Good. Yeah,
yo,
yeah. You told me
son,
about the
yo,
fix.
I did, yo,
Yeah.
bro. Listen, man, yo, Thursday, because Thursday is Big Money Day. Not one error,
Okay.
bro.
That's
You
good.
don't know what that meant, right, bro? But yo, now I can like, cause normally, you gave like, yo, 1 o'clock, you want to, I wasn't doing none of that for like
Nah,
good
none of
3
that.
weeks,
None of
bro.
that. Yo,
You know what I
it's
mean?
crazy because we haven't even fought in Sparking Zero yet, which is crazy.
Yo, that's what I'm saying,
I haven't
bro.
touched it
That's what I'm
all
saying.
week
Yo,
too, so like I definitely want to
yo,
jump back
after
into
work,
it.
yo, I kid you not, bro. I be going to sleep, bro.
Yeah.
I be
Yeah.
watching like scary movies or anime, and it's like go to sleep, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
yo,
get it.
but nah, we gonna be back on it though.
Yes, sir.
But
Yes,
nah,
sir.
man, we appreciate everyone coming through. See the beautiful people, the beautiful PlayStation Nation in the chat. What is up? Hey, Mr. Layden. Okay. Mr. Shawn Layden
End of the show.
making news once again.
Yes, sir.
We definitely gonna be talking about things that Shawn Layden has said. That is buzzing out here in the industry, which is things that we have definitely spoke about here at What's Up PlayStation Podcast, but we're gonna go in more details later on, man. But yo, how you feeling though, Persona? Everything good? Everything all right?
Yeah, man. For me, I definitely this week has definitely been a bit more easier week work wise. Not as crazy as the past like 2 or 3 weeks. Still got certain things going on work wise. And gaming wise, man, this is I try to get in my gaming, and I completed the Yeast 10 Nordics demo. We'll
How much
probably
hours?
talk 15, I think.
Man, you playing that 50? Yeah, I'm at like 9-10 hours for that demo.
I think
I
like
pay.
I was doing like grinding a little bit and like exploring, doing like some of the shit
Yeah, a
battle
little bit
stuff
of
and all that
grinding.
stuff.
When I got to that island, I was doing a little grind. Like, the enemy's kind of stronger here.
Yeah. And then like, and we're gonna talk about it though. We definitely gonna talk about it, just briefly, because the game does come out next week. So we'll probably, talk about it more in depth once we have the full game. But just quick thoughts on the demo. But I played Yeast 10 Nordics, super happy to have that, man. Loved Yeast. Very happy to have that game. Been wanting that game since it released in Japan. What was it, last year or the year before? To finally have it,
Yeah.
I'm very happy. So yeah,
There's
definitely
people on
excited
my
for that.
PlayStation friends list that's playing it right now. They play the Japanese version.
Yeah.
Monthly.
And then Metaphor, Refantazio.
Yo,
Yes.
what is it? What is this episode brought to you by?
Well, I was about to say, well, Persona. Well, Bari. This game is, this podcast is brought to you by Metaphor Collector's Edition.
Yo, what is going on, man? I saw a clip of you saying that you wasn't going to purchase the game, brother.
Yeah, I know, man. Oh wait, you've got the collector's edition as well, Bari? Whoa.
Listen, man. Yo, matter of fact, shout out to the person that said they wasn't going to get the collector's edition, letting me know that the collector's edition is available for purchase. Because when I wanted to get the collector's edition, it was not, the PS5 version or the Steam version was not available for purchase. So the person that was claiming, that was getting clipped up saying that he's not buying the game, not buying the collector's edition, all of a sudden you're telling people about the collector's edition and you have the collector's edition. What is going on?
Yeah, man, I know. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, Bari. Now,
Explain yourself.
I definitely explain. So last week, and I said I was going to get the game. After we talked or whatever, I was like, you know what, I do want to get it because it's definitely a game that I was really excited for, and I do want to play it, right? I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll get it. I'll try to squeeze it into the other games that I'm trying to like get through and platinum or whatever. So I started playing it last weekend, and I enjoy it. I liked it. I like the aesthetic. I like the music, the characters, the story. Definitely pulls you in right away. Like literally, as soon as you boot the game up, the story pulls you in and everything. And it's a dope game, man. Like I'm really enjoying it. Definitely a lot of comparisons to Persona. I definitely, it's like word for word, bar for bar. Only thing it don't got is the classroom shit, which
Setting.
but
more,
everything
fantasy.
else, yeah, more fantasy. More medieval well, not medieval, but fantasy like. But the story, the characters, the aesthetic, they really knocked that stuff out the park. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get my collector's edition back. I was like, screw it. I want it because I like the pins, the collector's edition, the steel book, everything. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it back, and that's what I did. So I changed my mind, and I went and got it again, and I was able to lock it down, and so now we got the collector's edition. So that's it.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to Atlas games, I have like a lot of Atlas collector's editions.
Yo, I do
Yo,
too, honestly.
I got all the Persona joints except for 3. I don't have 3 yet. I
I've
do
got
see
3.
up available. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And Agus, that is my chick. I do like her a lot, but I didn't get it yet. But nah, I mean the game is cool. I just be having these audio issues with the game, man. I don't know, like it's still playable. It's not like it's something that I can't not play it. I do have to crank my my monitor up to like volume 60. You know, that's to hear some of the audio
Yeah.
properly. But it's a very fun, cool game so far. I wish it was a little bit or felt like a new game. But the story, the setting, it is a new game, but it's very, very similar to, you know, the Persona series and stuff. I'm not really, I know Shin Megami Tensei Persona is a branch off of that, but I never really played the Shin Megami Tensei games. But Persona, I definitely know that. And this feels like a Persona game, bar for bar, word for word. Well, I do like the archetype system though. Archetype system is pretty cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
that
like the game
archetype
a lot.
system is definitely very deep. It's definitely something where like, you know, you could like seeing it start to get more fleshed out, and like especially now that you can use like inherent skills from other archetypes into your favorite archetype. You could build like the ultimate archetype that's like just OP. So I could definitely see like me like really trying to dive into that and get some nice builds. But that was definitely something that I really liked and was a really nice change of pace. But
Yeah, I'm gonna be on metaphor heavy this weekend. I
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
really got into it. Yeah, you know what game I booted up?
Hmm.
Final Fantasy 6, man. We got
Yeah.
to get that. Gotta get that plat, man. Yo, right
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I got like almost like 30 hours in the game, bro. Because I've been playing it using the portal, and
Mm.
you know, I'm looking at the trophies or whatnot. I was like, all right, so far I'm looking good, but there's one trophy that I want to get before I move on, which is that gambler for Setzer. Bruh, I never got no 3 sevens ever when I played
Oh, you
6.
talking about the in the casino in the airship?
No, no, no. So he has the slot move that he does, and
Okay.
you need to get the 777s to get the death I think it's like the death Joker's death or something like that
Okay.
on the enemies. But if you get 2 sevens, it does Joker's death on you, the party.
Mm.
So I just been getting 2 sevens and dying, and I try to do it on like the auto battle, but you know, still not hit yet. But you know, we'll hopefully it would just do RNG, it would hit.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been doing that. I've been trying to get that trophy on the portal for like a good day now, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you,
It's
bro.
funny. It's funny. Final Fantasy 6. You know how we always talk about like, you know, games that we want to platinum and, you know, beat before the end of the year. December is actually going to be Final Fantasy month. So December, all of December is dedicated to 2 games, Bari, and I know you're gonna like this: FF7 Rebirth Platinum
Mm,
and Final
mm.
Fantasy 6. Those are like, I don't care what is coming out. December, all of December is dedicated to those 2 games until I get those platinums. So
Yeah, like six
I
was the
definitely
last
want to.
one that I got a platinum.
Oh,
The
you got
last
one
one.
through 5 plat?
Yeah, I got 1 through 5 plat. Yeah.
Hey, that boy right there. Listen,
Remember,
I'll
I
try.
was gonna delay. I was gonna delay um 6 until I think it was like November or something like that. But
Hmm,
yeah,
hmm.
I was like, you know what? Let me just boot this joint up.
On
You know,
average,
because I'm
how long would you say that? Not 6, excluding 6, but 1 through 5 on average. How would you long would you say it took you to get the platinums for those games?
I'll say the longest is gonna be like 3 and 5.
Okay.
5 for sure because of the job system.
Hmm.
The boosting of like AP is going to help with that, but it's still you got to master every job. And there's 2 boss fights in 5 that are very difficult, so you got to be very like methodical as far as your approach to these bosses. I do
Hmm.
have a video up. I just haven't made it. I just haven't made a actual video explaining it yet to those
Hmm.
2 bosses, but 3 is pretty good, but it's the same thing like with the job. 4, I think, is not that long. to platinum, but I just stayed in that game long. The only thing that's longing for is the fucking what's that pink boss that guy you gotta get that junk to spawn in a specific area. And yeah, that could take a while sometimes. But everything else is not that hard. You know,
Okay.
other than like getting all of the treasure chests and the hidden items. So you gotta make sure you constantly checking you know, press square and triangle to see like I got all these things.
Yeah.
I walk around. They probably got there's guides too that you can just look at.
Yeah, I
Also
wanna like, so like I'm kind of planning out, like, cause October is pretty much over. You know, I think it's safe to say October is done. And November, you know, end of October, you know, we got, you know, Dragon Age, which I do want to get through that. But then November is PlayStation 5 Pro month. And you know, I'm dedicating November to Hogwarts Legacy and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It won't take me all of November to get through those, but Hogwarts Legacy, where I left off, I still got a lot of collectibles that I gotta do. So that's gonna take me a little pretty minute. But I want to get those 2 platinums in November, and then in December, FF7 Rebirth and Final Fantasy 16, and if I can, slip in at least Final Fantasy 1. So at least I could do FF1 and FF6 and FF7.
One is pretty straightforward.
Yeah. So if I can get those 3 Final Fantasy platinums in December, I'm kind of happy. And then, you know, Sparking Zero, I want to get that platinum, and you know, other platinums that I want to get. But because Assassin's Creed, go ahead.
When I get that pro, bro, I'm going right back to Rebirth.
Yeah, as you should. As you should.
And Dragon's Dogma, I'm gonna boot that.
Yes, sir. As you should. Dragon's Dogma is a must.
That's gonna be like the main one is Dragon's Dogma, because I've been wanting to play that for the longest, but because of Rebirth and you know all the games, I haven't put no time in it at all.
So, you know, let me ask you a question then. What are like top 3 definitive? Like this is seared into your brain, regardless of what's coming out. These are the top 3 games. When the Pro releases, what are the top 3 games that you are booting up on your Pro first before anything else? So we know Final Fantasy Rebirth is the first one. What are the other 2 games that you're gonna boot up onto the Pro?
Yo, not gonna hold you, bro. It's Rebirth. I know you said not to include Rebirth, but yeah, I'm including it. I give a fuck.
Absolutely.
I'm including it. Dragon's Dogma.
Okay.
Horizon Zero Dawn remaster.
Okay.
Yeah, that third one, that's an interesting one. I want to say like Liza P, but I played everything about Liza P.
Liza P
You know what I mean?
is definitely one that so my top 3 is straightforward. FF7 Rebirth, because I gotta see what that, from what I'm seeing, that image quality look like it's gonna be crazy, and I want to see that, especially on this LG monitor.
Yeah, you know what? Before you go, because I know there's gonna be boost in performance when it comes to the PlayStation 4 games. So I might boot up Bloodborne, bro. I might boot up Bloodborne.
I think everyone gonna try to boot up Bloodborne to see how that's running.
Yeah,
absolutely. FF7 Rebirth, Hogwarts Legacy, Jedi Survivor. I think it'll be the top 3 that I boot
Jedi
up first.
Survivor might be a top one for me too, because I dropped that because of the performance.
You know what?
I was pissed off.
Rise of Ronin is another one that I wanna go back to and finish that up and platinum that. And honestly, Liza, because everybody swears by Liza P, and I remember when you was playing through it.
I love that game, bro.
We was talking about it because I was playing it a little bit as well, but I kind of I fell off on it. But I know every time you beat a boss, so you would like get to like a certain point, we would talk about it. You'd be like, "Yo, Persona, this boss, you gotta do this and do that and do this and that." So I know, if you singing the praises of the game, I know that game is really on point. So I do want to go back and play through that, try to get the platinum in that. But I remember what you was going through with getting the platinum in that. So I'm like, yo, I know that platinum grind is gonna be crazy.
It's a difficult game, but like once you beat it,
yeah,
I feel like and you learn the how to play it, you're gonna be good. But yeah, like I love that game, man. Like it's up there for me. It's like the best Souls type game or Souls like game, bro. It's definitely up there for me. Combat is by far the best in my opinion.
You know what? Black Myth Wukong. Although they didn't announce if the pro version was gonna get a pro version, but because remember the boost mode is supposed to even make games that have a performance mode run even better just off of strength of that of what's in the PlayStation 5 Pro. I want to see
Forspoken,
what
another one.
Wukong, Forspoken definitely could benefit from that. I want to see what Wukong, what that's going to look like on a Pro, especially with the performance mode and all that stuff. So, um, it's gonna be November, and funny enough, guys, November literally is 2 weeks away, literally 2.5 weeks away. Like it's
Jeez.
crazy how quick time is really flying right now when it comes to like the rest of this year. Like we literally only have 2.5 months left of the year. And next month is going to be, PlayStation 5 Pro month. It's going to be fun. Lots of excitement with that. So, can't wait for that. You feel me? But, little quick little gamer talk. But Bari, how you feeling this week, man? You good this week, man? Everything good with you, man? You gaming, doing your thing, man? Everything good?
Yeah, I mean everything is pretty good. Work wise, like I said, a lot of the issues that was going on for like the last 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks,
Mm,
it's pretty much gone for the last 3 days. Hadn't
mm,
had those issues pop up, so that is like a huge weight off my shoulders. Where normally I could play a game and work, but I haven't been doing that for like some weeks. You know what I mean? So, um, don't do that at home, kids. But you know what I mean. We can get back into the flow of things,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Like gaming wise, Yeez 10, been loving that. Final Fantasy 6. I haven't played 6 in a long time, man. And like replaying that, it's just like it brought back like memories because that's my first Final Fantasy game. And I remember when we got a Super Nintendo, we got a Super Nintendo the same year we got the PlayStation 1. Or it was like a couple of months before.
Mm,
I remember it was like early in the month. I got a Super Nintendo before PlayStation 1. And Final Fantasy 6 was like, one of those games that I was playing with Super Nintendo. And yeah, the scene, how the game evolved as far as like the pixel remasters and whatnot. Yeah, man, and all the characters that you meet, it's like, oh yeah, I remember this guy. Oh yeah, I remember the little girl with her grandfather, the mage dude. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this, man. You know what I mean? So bringing back those memories is really good playing the game, and hopefully I can platinum it by next week or whatnot. But we'll see. That trophy's tough. That trophy's tough. But yeah, man, I just been it's been a cool week, man. It's been
yeah,
a cool week.
yeah,
Like using the portal much more. You know what I mean? Like the portal, yo, big shout out to the portal, man.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like once I get that plat for Final Fantasy, I'm going back to Unicorn Overlord, because I gotta finish that up. I think I'm close,
Mm.
depending how the story is going. I
That's
think
a
I'm
pretty
close to
easy
finishing it.
platinum too. I'm seeing like it's
Is
pretty
it?
straightforward. Yeah, yeah. It's like I
Yeah,
think
because
right
I'm
now
like
it's sitting at like a
I'm like
rare.
50. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Mm,
because I'm like 57%. Um, and I'm just like, okay, you know, I know how to. I gotta do some of the little side
mm,
missions here and
mm.
there, but yeah, I can finish this up pretty
That's
soon.
definitely something I want to. Unicorn Overlord is definitely one I want to go back to and play that at some point. It's too many games, Barry. It's just too much.
Yeah,
It's too much,
yo,
man. Like it's
bro,
a lot you want to play
I'm
through and
gearing up for
finish.
Yeez, man.
Yeah,
I'm gearing up for Yeez
next
because
Thursday or
yo,
Friday. I think
I
it's
got
Thursday
my
or Friday.
notifications.
Yeah.
Limited edition coming. Amazon. I remember pre-ordering the Amazon special edition. They got a physical special edition on there, and I'm like, damn, I forgot I did that. But I was like, I'm gonna keep it, man. That's my man Idol, man. So I gotta rock with my boy. So that's
Mm-hmm.
like 3 copies of that game I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get digital, of course, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um,
Yeah, I
but
got
yeah,
the
I'm waiting for that,
digital,
man.
and then I got the collector's edition from Nice America. They already confirmed that it's shipped out and everything. So
Yeah, it shipped. Yeah, it
I'm
shipped.
looking forward to getting that next week.
Yo,
Excited for that.
and there's we talking about these games. There's
Yeah,
also like smaller games that I bought, like Iron Meat. I got Neva. I bought that.
Iron Meat.
Yeah, that Bloom. What's it called Bloomingtown
Oh
game.
yeah,
I haven't
Bloomtown
even.
game. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't started that up. I'm looking at right here. Bloomtown Blazing Strike. I got that the other day. It was a indie fighting game that finally
Okay,
releasing on the consoles.
okay.
So I ain't even get to boot that up yet.
So when
But
can
there's a
we
lot of.
when can we expect your review of Iron Meat?
Yo, I have a review up by next week. Yo, matter of fact, yo, next week, man. Yo, Yo, my costume is here, man.
Oh,
Next
yo,
week.
you remind me. I gotta get something. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, yo,
Yes,
next
sir.
week is gonna be a fun one, yo. You know what I mean? We're gonna dress it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm telling you, y'all not gonna get it. Yo, Iron Meat look mad cool, man. Pause. It looks like a really cool game, bro. Like it looked like one of them old school Contra,
Yeah, yeah, it
Metroidvania
does.
type games. It's not what the name is. You know what I mean? But
Never. I
um,
want to get Never, but I want to play through Grease first because I haven't played through Grease, and I know these are
play
from the
Grease.
same
Yeah.
devs. So I'm like, you know what? Let me play through Grease before I start
Yeah,
Never.
I saw that Jack he platinum never the other day.
Jack and
I'm
Nikki Platinum it too.
Nikki platinum too. So
Yeah,
yeah, it looked like it's
mhm,
gonna be a short game.
yeah. It's not
Um
that long. Oh, another game that comes out officially next week, but if you bought the Ultimate Edition, it actually comes out this like the first 2 episodes comes out this week. Life is Strange Double Exposure. That
oh
pre-downloaded, the
yeah.
first 2 episodes pre-downloaded this
Yeah, I
week, so
even
you can
pre-ordered
start
that
that
yet,
this week.
man.
But again, it's so much like Yeast 10 Nordics demo. That kind of came out of left field, so I wasn't really expecting that to kind of
Mhm.
release this week because I really was gonna play Metaphor and Life is Strange Double Exposure, the first 2 episodes. But Yeast 10 kind of, it took me away from everything. But I am gonna try to at least start the first episode of Life is Strange Double Exposure this weekend. But I really want to break through Metaphor Refantasio because I'm really where I'm at right now is like really cool, and I really want to see what this story like. One thing about Metaphor that I really like, yo, the presentation is on point when it comes to like them cutscenes. When it comes to the cutscenes and like how everything kind of comes together with the story and everything and the music, like they really are doing their thing in this Metaphor game, man. So like I really want to like dive more into Metaphor this weekend, but probably this Saturday night or Sunday or something. I'm gonna sit down and at least get through the first episode of Life is Strange Double Exposure. We'll see.
I'm gonna be a metaphor. I'm gonna be a metaphor tonight or
Yeah,
today.
yeah, Metaphor heavy.
I wanna dive. I got like about I think like 11 or 12 hours in metaphor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, and I've been grinding in that first cathedral area. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm actually about to start doing is grinding in there right now.
yeah, because there's a side mission you do for more where you got to level up the healer.
Yep.
But I was like, I got that done to level 10, but I want to level up, these
The
other
other ones.
archetypes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing Metaphor pretty heavy this weekend. But speaking of
yo, I did try AI limit. I like it.
oh, I did start that. I did play that demo.
Yeah.
Yo, it's a lot this week. I think Monday
Yo,
I played that.
I like it. I like it, but it's clunky. It's definitely clunky. The dodge, it feels good at moments,
I
but
don't
then
like the
sometimes it's
dodge.
like it doesn't work how it's supposed to work. And then when you're there's a lot of closed like environments where you're fighting enemies, and that's where the game does not shine in those closed environments
Mm.
because it's just way too clunky. But I
I also
do
don't like the
like
parry as well. The parry is not
yeah,
that good.
the parry don't be working. I don't know
Mm-mm.
the timing on it is off. It is not what it makes it seem like how they do it in the training area where you just got this parry and you just parrying every motherfucker.
Mm.
After that part, it's just like, damn, this parry not working.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Not effective.
That's
Yeah,
dodge,
yeah,
man. But
yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up, but I do like the fact that you got the dual blades in there. The dual blades is fun. Um,
You know
and
what
you
weapon I picked up? That heavy sword, man.
oh the heavy
Yes,
sword.
sir.
Yeah, like it seems like it's cool. Like it's a cool Souls like game, but it's a little too clunky for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's gonna be a day one for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? Another demo that I did complete. Yo, this month is definitely demo heavy month. I completed the first Berserker Kazan demo on Saturday night. Saturday night, I streamed the rest of my playthrough and I was able to complete. I'll say this, man. That final boss you fight in the demo, his name is Viper. It's a 2-phase boss fight, and like you gotta be damn near not perfect, but you gotta go into that first boss fight and you gotta at least have two vials of health potions. Because that second boss fight is very difficult. It took me a little minute to kind of grasp it, man. But shout out to the people in the chat that was rocking out with me while I was streaming through that. And definitely completed the first Berserker Kazan. That's a game I cannot wait
Yeah, it
for
looked
that
cool.
game
That game
in
looked cool.
2025, bro. I can't wait. it's yo, the movement is solid. The parry is on point. The block is on point. The combat is good. The combat and the mechanics in that game is deep. It is very deep, man. It's deeper than what you think because you get certain moves and abilities. Like, so it's a certain move where like, and I was using this is with the great sword skill where if you do a perfect block, you could do like a blood slash that does more damage. You can counter with a blood slash attack. Or if you do a regular block, you can do a slash attack. It just won't have like the blood. I call it blood slash because it's red. I forgot the name of the actual ability, but it's like a counter slash attack that takes decent damage. I'm going to go into that game because honestly, I want people to really play and support this game because this game definitely putting the time and effort into this and making something great.
I'm definitely there just due to the fact of the world that it's in. I was already sold right there. But yeah, like watching your stream, I'm like, yeah, it does look really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm definitely in there.
For sure. But yo, guys, listen, we already spent 30 minutes just talking about games we're excited for and games that we're playing. Wow. We ain't even get to the games for the week.
That's frowned upon.
Yeah, you know. But yo, let's get into the games for the week, ladies and gentlemen, man. And there's a lot of great games that released. Let's see what Bari bought this week. Right? So shout out to Push Square, man. Is it Sammy Walker that does it? Yeah, Sammy Barker. I mean, Sammy Barker. You know, shout out to Push Square, man, for putting out the games that release every week. And so, guys, for the games that released this week, we got Darkstalkers 2 Definitive Edition.
Definitive.
Yeah, the Definitive Edition for the PS5. If you already own this game on PS4, it's just a free PS5 upgrade.
They already on it too because I got it for free.
Yeah, I got it, so I downloaded it. Drova Forsaken Kin for the PS5, PS4. Just Dance 2025 edition for the PS5. Never for the PS5, PS4.
Never.
Yo, I want to go to his deli and get a sandwich one day. Yo, we should do like a WUPS vlog and go there one day. Yo, nah, he in Brooklyn, Red Hook.
I thought he got one in Bronx too.
He do? I mean, we ain't going to the Bronx. we could go to Brooklyn. I ain't stepping foot in the Bronx. You got that. But then we got New World Eternium for the PS5. Nico DeRico, The Magical World for the PS5. I seen the trailer for this game, and who was playing it? I think it was Sumo. Yeah, Sumo was playing this and posting up. It looked cool. It definitely looked pretty cool. Then we got Squirrel with a Gun for the PS5. 8-Bit Adventures 2 for the PS5, PS4. Purpose 1951 for the PS5. A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead for the PS5. Anomaly Agent for the PS5, PS4. Arizona.
I saw Hard 8. He was streaming A Quiet Place, A Road Ahead. It looked cool. I don't know if I like these horror games. Like, I don't know, man. I'm very specific as far as like which ones I pick up. But I would definitely sit down and watch people like play these games. I find more entertainment with that. But yeah, it's very rare that I pick up like a horror game like the Dead Space, the Resident Evils. I like that. I see stuff with Silent Hill as well. It looks pretty cool, but I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Quiet Place. It got a cool mechanic where pretty much like you can't make no noise. So they got like a mic that is open. And you talking or you making any noise also makes noise in the game, and your footsteps and all that stuff. So it looks pretty cool, man. But I don't know, man. I'm good on that.
I'm good on all that. Arizona Sunshine remake for PSVR 2, and we getting PSVR 2 getting love out here. I thought PSVR 2 was dead. Arsene Lupin Once a Thief for PS5, PS4. Blazing Strike for the PS5, PS4. Mech Warrior 5 Clans for the PS5. Killing Time Resurrected for the PS5, PS4. Hot Wheels Monster Truck Stunt Mayhem for the PS5, PS4. Retro Realms for the PS5, PS4. TMNT Mutants Unleashed for the PS5. This released? Is this the one that looks bad? I gotta go back and look at the gameplay.
No,
for this one.
This is the movie version game one. I think it's the movie version one.
I might pick this up then. I gotta look. Cause I remember seeing one where like it did not look good, and I was like, all right, I'm not even gonna rock with it. But if it looks good, I might pick up. I love Ninja Turtles, so that's day one. Together We Live for the PS5, PS4. the Seed Unit 7 for the PS5, PS4, and last but not least, Unknown 9 Awakening for the PS5, PS4. Yo, Bari, I gotta be honest. I remember seeing Unknown 9, what was it, a year, maybe 2 years ago? I think it was either Gamescom or the Game Awards. It
TV
looked
show.
interesting. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know this game released. Like,
Yeah,
I didn't
released
see
this
no
week.
marketing. I didn't see no nothing. The only reason
Nah,
why I
because
knew
the
it
gaming
released,
community hate on the game.
the only reason why I knew this game was out was because I seen somebody talking about the amount of people that was playing it on Steam. And I said, wait a second, this game is out? And I had to look and I'm like, yo, this game is actually out. It doesn't really
I'm gonna get it like on the sale. I'm gonna wait.
yeah, I'm not
It's
picking
just
this up.
too much right now. Like it still look cool to me. Like I know a lot of people hating on it or they think it's like a horrible game because they saying like Sweet Baby Inc. is consulted it or whatnot. That's what I see on the internet. I don't know if that's true, but it's still you could definitely see like a graphical downgrade as far as when it got shown at first.
Yeah, graphic, yeah,
But
yeah, for sure.
But when it got shown at first, that was a CGI stuff. You know what I mean? The gameplay obviously going to take a little, but it look all right to me. It's just a lot. This month, October, is just crazy, man. Like I said earlier, thinking about Yeez, man.
Yo, fact.
You know what I mean?
Yo, fact.
Like
Big
even when
fact.
it comes to Call of Duty, like
Call of Duty come out next week Friday.
Yeah, like I'm still hesitant, but I think I'm going to pick it up. Well, I'm not going to pick it up next week. I'm gonna wait till Yeez to finish up. Like I was talking to Dre yesterday, because Dre was trolling. He's like, "Yo, Bari, so see you next week for COD." I was like, "Yo, Dre, man, I don't know, man, because if the people that I know and trust, like the people that we play with, playing COD, is telling me that it doesn't have those, online frame skips that we was experiencing in the beta."
That was the biggest issue.
Yeah, then I'll be like, you know what? I'll pick it up, because when I got that Tonto gun. Yeah, I was like, yo, this gun kind of godlike. But
Yeah, the Tonto's
this
nice.
day and age, they just nerf it'd be that nerf. Let's nerf this. This gun is good. Everybody complaining nerf.
For me,
but
it's what we always talk about: the spawns, but see, the thing is here, especially playing the beta, the server hitching, it was absolutely atrocious, man. It was terrible, and that's what really turned me off, especially with this being Treyarch. It hurts not wanting to support a Treyarch game, but we'll see. Never say never.
yeah, man, yeah, never say never with it, because like it is Treyarch, and I do love Treyarch, but it's not a day one for me. That's because of what comes out the same day.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep my eye on it, because it is Treyarch, and I do like the gameplay of it. It's just those
Is Dre picking it up?
this issue. No, Dre said he's gonna wait now, because we were talking about it. He was like, yeah, like he was like, yeah, like it would be crazy to buy this game for $100 or $70, and it's still having no
Still have no
server
problems.
issues.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if the
he's-
game comes out and certain people, YouTubers that I the COD YouTubers that I still can like watch and believe that trust their opinions or whatnot. If they talking and saying like it spawns is proper, or like there's no server hitching, hit detection is on point or whatever. Because the thing is, the movement concept with the Omni movement is absolutely genius. Like
Yeah,
it's
gameplay is great.
incredible. Like the gameplay for COD Black Ops 6 is really on point. It's what I've been wanting COD to kind of get back to, and they kind of cranked it up times 10 with the Omni movement system. So for this game, it's like, like the Omni movement and all that, you sold me, but the server hitching, the spawns, things like that,
Bruh.
it's a no-go.
They doing that texture streaming joint on every mode in the game, even the single player. And I'm just like,
crazy.
Why have people download all this shit? You know what I mean? Or give people the option. If people want to download the big 300 gig file because you want to connect every Call of Duty to COD HQ, and they got to download Modern Warfare 3, they got to download Black Ops 6, just so they can play Black Ops 6, because that's what we did for the beta.
And then the fact
give
that
people
you
the
need
option.
an internet
If
connection.
they want to do that whole server texture streaming stuff, then enable that. I don't understand why they can't give the people the option, because that doesn't sound like a good time and it didn't feel like a good time
Mm-hmm.
multiplayer wise, with no texture streaming bullshit.
Let me ask you a question, Bari. And shout out to Ace in the chat, because this is something that I noticed this, and we kind of briefly talked about it behind the scenes, I think probably like a week ago or whatever. Does the hype for this COD not feel the same for you like other CODs? And not saying CODs that you're excited for. When I say hype, I mean general hype. Like, I don't know, like the hype around this COD just doesn't seem as put out there like you would typically see with a COD marketing
I mean,
push. Are you noticing that, or is that just in my head? Am I
nah,
reaching?
the marketing is still there.
Yes.
Because I do see it like being marketed with like Club Shay Shay, and I do see
Oh,
on
I
like
did see
YouTube.
that Club Shay Shay marketing. Yeah.
It's not as marketed as much. Like you're not seeing it like constantly all over. Like
Yeah. Mhm.
when PlayStation was marketing it, but you do see it. You do see it there.
Yeah.
I was watching on like I watch ESPN all the time. You already know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And they had it there. They had something there. I think at the WNBA game too,
Okay.
where the Russian dude, he was sitting down talking to somebody or whatnot.
Okay.
So yeah, the marketing is definitely there. It's just picking up much later than normally would.
Maybe
Because once that
that's
call,
what it is, because typically with COD marketing, at least from my memory, we would see it like a month, maybe 2 months in advance of like
like once
starting
that
seeing the
multiplayer
major
beta
push
or
and all
that
that.
multiplayer reveal hit,
Yeah.
you'll see that junk all over
Yeah.
TV,
Yeah.
everywhere. But you
At,
just seen it much later now.
yeah, like it definitely seems like the cycle is definitely much later or something
Yeah,
like
but
that. But I've noticed
I
it.
think I seen something about Times Square. It was there at Times Square as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely marketing there.
Okay.
But the hype around it, as far as like the people that we talk to in the community, I definitely see the hype I think people are hyped for this game, but they're very wary as far as going into it. Like they don't want this one not to be a miss, or they want it to be a hit, but they don't want to go in there too over excited. It look that's the vibe that I'm getting. But like yeah, like me personally, I just have a soft heart for Treyarch, man. So
Yeah. Yeah. Treyarch is
when it comes to
the
Treyarch,
best.
I do want to see the game succeed because they understand what the fan base want, and I
Yeah.
do think that they would get there as far as like updates and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
No,
like I said, we'll see.
I agree as well. Like, Treyarch is my favorite Call of Duty developer. They've been that since World at War, um, which, World at War, the Black Ops series, those are my favorite Call of Duties out of all Call of Duty that I've played. I played all of them. So I definitely want to see Black Ops 6 succeed. I want to see Black Ops 6 do good. And honestly, I want to support the game. I want to play and support the game. But and for
Yo,
those that have been
the difference is this is the difference. Like
yeah.
the game is gonna do good regardless.
Absolutely.
As
It's
far as
COD.
sales wise, when I say do good, I mean as far as the community itself. When it comes to core multiplayer,
Mm.
core multiplayer has been shit when it comes to Call of Duty. I think the latest Modern Warfare 3, people been liking that because the updates and they listening to what people want as far as the gun balancing and stuff like that. And about that time they getting the spawns, but it seems like Treyarch is very hell bent and focused on the core multiplayer, so that's always a good sign. But yeah, that's what I mean when it comes to a good Call of Duty, not the sales, because we know Call of Duty is regardless if it's bad or good, it's going to sell.
Mm.
But how the talk around core multiplayer is, hopefully they can get back to how it is back in the day with it. But
Yeah, like
we'll see.
that's all, you and I, we share the same sentiments and talking point or thinking rather when it comes to COD, right? People that don't know us or follow us think that we hate Call of Duty, and it's like, no, I Call of Duty is one of my favorite franchises, first person shooter franchises of all time. I've put thousands and thousands upon thousands of hours into Call of Duties, all CODs, right? And my thing is Call of Duty, as someone that has been such a long time fan of the Call of Duty franchise and series, I can see the forest for the trees. I've been seeing a steady decline and dip for me personally when it comes to my excitement and my joy in Call of Duty. And this is before, this whole Activision Microsoft acquisition. Like, a lot of people try to equate it to that, and that's not the case. And again, people that have been following me and Bari for a long time, and like, you know, paying attention to our talking points, you guys know this, right? So I just want that excitement for COD to be back, and Treyarch is one of the few COD makers that I believe can do that. But again, with this COD, there's just certain things where I'm not personally seeing certain things that I need to personally see fixed. They've got the fundamentals, but it's the spawns, it's the server hitching, it's those issues that I really need to see ironed out for me to really be on board to say, all right, let me jump back into COD. Let me put time into COD.
Yeah, I don't even
let me
understand the server issue, like the spawn issues. Like I don't even know how you ain't got that locked in yet. Like
I don't know.
yo,
It's
the
hard.
spawns were horrible in the beta, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Horrible.
It's crazy. Like worse than like, because you know, typically, you know, the usual things that people say with COD. Oh, the spawns are bad. No, the spawns in this game, it really, really is bad. Like legit, you'll kill somebody and like they will spawn right in front of you, or
A lot of
you'll run
revenge
away
killing.
and they'll spawn right behind you. Like you see it on the kill cam, you see it happening in real time. Not good. So they definitely need to take a look at which, you know,
Or
in
you had
their
they had
update they said,
they had the whole enemy team in your spawn,
but
and it
you're not
wasn't
spawning
flipping.
nowhere else. Yep, that was another
Yeah,
big issue.
it was wild, bro. I
Yeah,
was like, yo,
yeah, it was bad. So
damn, this is horrible.
those are the issues that I need to see fixed before I can say, all right, let me buy into it and jump on board and get back into it. But you know, this isn't a COD show, but let's get into Bari. We didn't even get to spotlight nothing. Yo, we are now in the spotlight portion of the show, and if you're new here, the spotlight is where me and Bari give you a game or games that we think y'all should check out. Right? It could be a brand new game, could be an old game, it could be a game for your childhood, it could be a game that hasn't even released yet. The purpose of the spotlight is for us to spotlight games that we think you, the community, should check out. Bari, starting with you. What is your spotlight game for the week? And are you gonna break the rules?
I'm gonna break the rules a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Not gonna make it super long with a spotlight, but I'm gonna spotlight 3 games. And the first game is gonna be, I'm always gonna support, or highlight games that support rollback netcode, and that's Blazing Strike. Indie fighting game, just came out this week. It's like one of those old school, you know, visual type fighting games. I haven't booted it up yet or started it, but I definitely been watching it through like Twitter and whatnot. As far as with the devs, and it finally came out on consoles. I wasn't even going to purchase the game, but when I scrolled down and I saw the description, I was like, oh, rollback netcode. It was like, I think it was like $30. I was like, you know what? Let me buy this joint. You know what I mean? One of these days I'll boot it up and I'll give my thoughts and see how it is. But yeah, Blazing Strike looks pretty cool. I like the aesthetic of the game, and it does support rollback netcode. I think that is something that when we see that in these fighting games, it's something that needs to be supported.
Absolutely.
And hopefully bigger games, Dragon Ball, Bleach. I don't know if Hunter x Hunter is rollback. They can implement that regardless if it's arena or whatnot. You know what I mean? So we gotta speak with our wallets with that. Next game is Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster. Yeah, a lot of people was making fun of the remaster. Why they doing this? But listen, brother, they doing a lot in that remaster, and it sounds good. It looks good. I can't
Definitely
wait to
gonna
play
talk
it.
about it.
Listen, I love Aloy. I love me some Aloy. You know what I mean? If Aloy was real, I would be in her DMs right now. No joke. I'll be all up in. I'll be in her DMs. You know what I mean?
Oh
I
my
love
God.
Aloy. I don't care about Elizabeth Sobeck and how she is and how she. I don't care about that. I'm gonna get her. Anyways, Horizon Zero Dawn. I can't wait for that. I do love that game a lot. And just seeing the work that we're gonna talk about later, what they're implementing into this remaster, remake, whatever they want to call it. That's remake shit to me. You know what I mean? Your PlayStation, get it together, man. Because the work that you put into this stuff, new dialogue, new this, textures changing, that is remake stuff. Remaster is just like up resin and little tweaks here and there. You know what I'm saying? This is remake. So I'm gonna call it a remaster ache. That make it easy. A remaster ache. For Horizon Zero
Or a
Dawn.
remakester.
Remakester. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Let's write that one down. Remakester.
A remakester.
And the last but not least, Yeast 10 Nordics
Yep.
next week.
Yes, sir.
Played the demo. Been enjoying it. 9-10 hours in that demo. It is good old Yeez. Some tweaks to some of the combat. I do like the whole duo combat stuff. The block system is pretty cool. The dodging they tweaked. They made it a little bit more aggressive, when it comes to, there's no more flash dodging, but they got a dodge in there. But loving Yeast 10 Nordics. The way how they ended that goddamn demo, they surprised me.
Yo,
like,
they
this
caught
demo
me.
is long as hell. And then they ended it. I was like, oh,
I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of tight. Like, you ain't gonna let me at least finish this boss fight? And then you can end it off.
man. I was like, oh, you got me. You got me. But
Yeah,
I can't wait for Yeast 10. And I'm happy that, all the, beginning stuff is out the way. We in chapter 3 and we start where we left off, man. That's going to be great. So
absolutely.
Yeast 10. Hopefully they don't mess up like Metaphor. Listen, I don't know why people don't highlight these issues on Metaphor, but I understand why they don't, but I don't understand why they don't, but I do understand why they don't, but I don't understand why they don't, but I do understand why they don't. But Metaphor, when you play the demo and you transferred over your save to the final game, no trophies popped. You know what I mean? I had to restart my playthrough just so I can get the beginning trophies to pop.
Nah, but
in my joint.
you see the completion thing pop up, the message pop up in the demo on Yeast 10. Like when you get to like a certain chapter or certain events or things happen, so like or at least because it's keeping a record of it. So
it got the ink. Yeah, that's all Yeast games got the in game like achievements.
So I would assume like that once you boot up that save, all those trophies should automatically pop. I would hope.
Yeah, but that's hopefully everything is a smooth once I boot that game up on the 25th. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's 3 games I'm highlighting. And yeah,
it's a good list. That's a good list, man. As for me, guys, man, my spotlight games for the week, man. First of all, absolutely, I'm breaking the rules. You understand? We breaking the rules this week.
You an avid rule breaker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm a rebel.
I don't think there's an episode where you haven't broke the rules. Let's be honest with you.
Nah, there has. There probably are very few, but I've definitely not broken the rules. But my first game that I'm gonna spotlight is the first Berserker Kazan. This is a anime Souls-like game from the Neo people, Dungeon Monsters folks. And this game is on point, man. Like I love everything about this game. The story is great, the combat is great, the game looks great. Kazan is a great character. The Phantom Blade, the Phantom that you have within your body, he's great. It's just a great game, man. Like I cannot wait 2025 for this game. Second game that this is probably going to be one of my most anticipated games, top 5 list or top 10 list for 2025 when we do that later in this year. Expedition 33, which we will talk about later. But Expedition 33, hey man, this is just, it's up my alley, man. It's looking like everything that I want. I love the aesthetic. I love the music, the lore, the characters, the combat, how active it is, even though it's turn-based, the enemy design, the cast. Again, we're gonna talk about all that later. But Expedition 33 is definitely a game that it's really looking up my alley, and I'm definitely can't wait to see what's up with that game next year. So
all over that game like chicken and rice.
Absolutely.
I'm all over that game like a shirt on skin.
Third game.
I'm all over that game like a hat on head.
You all over that game like white on rice?
Exactamundo.
And then the third game, no surprise here, but Yeast 10 Nordics. Cannot wait for this game. Loving Yeast 10 a lot. I got I want to say between 12 and 15 hours in the game so far in the demo. The full game comes out next Friday. Got the collector's edition on the way as well. Love Yeez as a franchise. Can't wait to play this game. Can't wait to dive into this game and really put some time into it. And then the last 2 games, then we'll get into the show. Metaphor Refantasio. Loving this game. I love it. I'm enjoying it. I think it's a great game. I think it's a very fun game. The combat is fun. The characters are great. The music is good. I'm really, really digging Metaphor right now. Like, it's really my RPG that I'm really like putting some time into. And again, this weekend, I'm going to put some serious time into the game. So Metaphor Refantasio is such a great game. Definitely check it out. You feel me?
It's not what Twitter told me, Persona.
I mean, Twitter lied. You know, what can I tell you? You know, people.
You're being a hypocrite. You know what I mean? Stand on Bennett. Why you can't stand on Bennett?
I'm standing on Bennett. You're. And then the last game is a game again that I've been really anticipating for a long time. I'm glad to have Max back, Max Schofield, and I'm talking about Life is Strange Double Exposure. If you're somebody that's into the Life is Strange series, the Life is Strange lore, more specifically Life is Strange the first game, or Life is Strange Before the Storm with Chloe, then you know, and you want more of Max, this game gives you that, which is something that I've wanted for a while. You know, not to shit on Life is Strange 2 or even True Colors, even though I need to finish True Colors, but what I played at True Colors, she was cool. You know, you know, she was a cool character, and I like the concept there. But I don't know, Max has always been like my favorite when it comes to Life is Strange and the lore and like kind of how that.
He did not like the True Colors.
Nah, I liked her. She was cool. I forgot her name, but she was cool.
No.
I gotta finish the.
Exactly.
I gotta finish.
It's okay, bro.
But
okay.
I gotta finish True
She
Colors.
wasn't. She wasn't a captivating character. She didn't.
No, she is. She is a captivating character. Actually, it's just I have to finish True Colors to really be able to speak in depth of her character and about that world and lore. But I'm just a big Max fan. I'm a Max fan, right? So I wanted more of Max, and that's what I wanted Life is Strange 2 to be, was more of Max, and you know, see what happens with Chloe and all this other stuff. But if especially since I went back and redid the remaster 2 weeks ago to play to, you know, just to kind of get caught up with that story. I'm assuming with this game, Double Exposure, they're continuing the story off of the choice of you sacrificing Chloe and not saving her, which is why Chloe is most likely not going to be in Double Exposure, because you actually have to sacrifice Chloe in the first game in order to save Arcadia Bay, which is most likely what they continue the story off of, and not Arcadia Bay being destroyed and her and Chloe going on or whatever, which is what a lot of people want. I don't think we're getting that here. Now, there might be some mentions of Chloe in this game. Who knows, right? I hope there is, you know, because Chloe was a great character as well. But they're most likely Chloe's dead and Max has moved on. And this is the continuation of you sacrificing Chloe and not saving her life. But I'm excited, you know. So those are my spotlights. 5 games. Lots of great games, guys. A lot of great games coming out. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to get into some news, man. We are in the news portion of the show. And Bari, we got to talk about the first thing. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the thing that you're most excited for. Something that is being that's coming out in, I want to say, 2 weeks. And it only costs $10.
That thing. PlayStation. Watch out.
We talking about
Lord's coming back with no doubt.
What you know about that song? You don't know nothing about that youngster. Why? Look at him. Look at his face. Yo, but I'm definitely talking about that Horizon Zero Dawn remaster. And shout out to Shinobi that kind of gave a you know, like a rundown of like what you can expect. I'm just gonna run through the list real quick and then show you some pictures, Barry, because this definitely looks like a remake. But let's talk about it. So it's handled by Nixxes and Guerrilla collaboratively. A lot of the attention to upgraded foliage, bringing it up to par with the sequel.
Yeah. Wait, you said that's a run? Yo, my man wrote the whole article.
Hey man, it's a lot. No, but that article, there's a lot there.
I know there's a lot in the article, but he pretty much just rewrote the whole article. But go ahead.
It's more bullet points, and that's why I chose this instead of the actual article, because at least we could just kind of see everything. But a lot of the attention to upgraded foliage, bringing it on par with the sequel, enhancing textures, geometry, shaders, and interactivity. Enhance many of the biomes like riverbanks, the rainforest, etc., to reach the vision of the original game's concept art with new foliage and biodiversity. reviewed all villages, towns, outposts, and areas that felt empty so that they could improve realism and immersion, adding significantly
Yo,
more
that's what
NPC
Forbidden West
routes,
did a great job with that. Made
schedules,
the towns feel much lively and all that.
etc., to add to the atmosphere and liveliness. Replaced all terrain materials, enhancing all objects and buildings with greater detail to match the sequel's quality. Implemented deformable snow and sand in the full game. Was previously in the Frozen Wilds expansion, which I did notice that in Frozen Wilds when we played it. All new ground textures, terrain, high-res geometry in cities like Meridian and Day Tower. Higher mesh fidelity for better level of detail in objects, plants, etc. Buildings were given special attention with extra geometric detail for more believability, vastly improved animations and lighting across 10 hours of cutscenes and over 3,000 dialogue options, created a pipeline to bring over original animations and rework with mocap to time movements better, create better camera cuts, etc. Recreated the sweeping cloudscapes from Zero Dawn and New Nubis cloud system with Forbidden West. Redid the set piece Volcano Cloud in Forbidden Wilds expansion with the latest innovations in voxel cloud rendering. First pioneered in the Burning Shores expansion with traditional VFX.
Hold up, Persona.
So they putting Burning Shores.
Voxels?
Yeah, the voxels, my boy.
They brought back the voxels.
They brought back the
Forbidden
voxels.
West.
Yes, they did. Absolutely. Yo, Mario don't even know what the hell that is.
No, the voxels are like the particles. How it breaks up into like debris and all that stuff.
Keep going.
I'm not explaining that well, but I think that's what it is.
Yo,
remember,
but that was the technology that they
Resogun.
It's the cloud rendering. So it's cloud rendering technology. It's the cloud rendering technology that they had in Burning Shores. So that's now going to be in Zero Dawn.
So yeah, the game is just going to look better. It's going to feel better.
Yeah. And there's a lot more, but I mean, you guys see the gist of it. But
the only thing I didn't see, which I'm pretty sure they're not going to really like do any of that, is like the gameplay wise, like combat wise, when it comes to the melee, that was probably one of the weakest parts of Zero Dawn. But Forbidden West upped that so much, where I felt like you was actually doing combos, and if you're playing on like a harder difficulty, you had to mix up those combos. Where if you're doing just the square, then whatever or R1, whatever it is, the enemy can read that and block that. So you had to switch up the combos as far as what the enemy is doing, or heavy attacks and things like that, which was really dope in Forbidden West for me personally. But yeah, I love Zero Dawn. The trophies transfer over as well, right?
I believe so. I'm not. I don't think I didn't see no confirmation of that in the I was gonna say in the email, but in the article. But I would assume that it does, or I would hope that it does. If it doesn't, I don't mind going. I mean, I'm gonna replay it anyway, but it would be nice to kind of just pop that platinum real quick. You feel me? But just looking at the screenshots and looking at like a lot of the stuff that we're seeing, with like the examples, like yo, this looks. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This looks absolutely insane. Oh, this caption on PC.
Yeah, the character detail definitely upped, especially this NPC right here. I forgot my man's name, but yeah, it's definitely
they redid the entire like all the NPCs are definitely redone and touched up, and there's more of it. But when you look at like the world and like the lighting, it looks like you can definitely see the Forbidden West ness of what's being put into this remaster. Because one of my biggest problems. Oh my god! Like look at this. Look at the vista here, man. Like it just looks absolutely beautiful. One of my biggest problems with Horizon Zero Dawn was that the face looked too clay-like. Like it looked
syncing.
Yeah. Like the face looked very clayish in certain cutscenes and in certain areas and whatnot. But you can even see it, like again, like just looking here, like it, Aloy's face especially just looks so much more natural and it looks on point. Honestly, like it looks great, you know.
You got
And even the
blemishes.
NPCs, yeah, even the NPCs and everything, like the faces look and the character models look really good, and they put a lot of work into like, you know, redoing a lot of that stuff and adding more
Yo,
NPCs and whatnot. So
that's one thing with Zero Dawn that I appreciated was like, you know, like in other games, NPCs, the detail is not like as refined as like the main character or whatnot. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? They cut out a lot of stuff. But nah, when you had these conversations with these NPCs in Forbidden West, like the detail is as on point
yeah.
like Aloy. You know what I mean? Like it looks really good. A lot of the NPCs actually look good, not just you know this figure walking around or this figure that just look half-assed. They actually put a lot of work into it.
So let me ask you this question. Looking at everything that went into this remaster, this gonna be a controversial question, Bar. Are you ready? Brace yourself. Are you sitting down? Oh yeah, you sitting
Yes.
down. Looking at everything that went into this remaster, if PlayStation did not have a $10 upgrade path and was asking for the full 50 from you, looking at what is going into this, would you deem that, would you still buy this game? Or would you deem it as something still worth buying at that asking price, looking at what went into this?
Yes. I told you I love Horizon Zero Dawn. And to be honest with you, I don't know if you remember, but during What's Up PlayStation, when they was doing a whole PC movement and they did Horizon Zero Dawn and the PlayStation 5 was coming out, one of the biggest complaints for me was like, yo, I understand that you have the whole PlayStation 5, you know, 60 frames patch update, but no, I want an actual PlayStation 5 version because you're trying to sell people a PlayStation 5, but the best version of the game, or you know, what I mean, the new console that people bought, they can't even play a superior version than you know the PS4 version, other than the frame rates.
Mhm.
So the fact that they're doing this with a remaster is something I always wanted when it came to Zero Dawn. Go back and look at the archives of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. I always kept that energy with this game with Horizon Zero Dawn. So the
Mhm.
fact that they actually doing it, a PlayStation 5 version, up way what you said, a remakester
A
version.
remakester, yeah, remakester,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm all for it. So even if it didn't have the $10 upgrade, which is great that they do have it, I personally would have bought it. I don't when it came to The Last of Us Part 1, um that didn't have a $10 version, right? That was a straight 60, right? Or 70.
That was a remake though, remake. Like that was from the ground up.
Yo, they doing the same thing that they doing with this game, bro. This is not a remaster, bro. That's all that stuff you're reading, that's not a remaster, man.
I mean, there's definitely a lot. I would say, like, especially reading through like everything that they really put into the game, there is definitely a lot going into this remakester that
They did
it
new
don't
dialogue
it don't
and
look like the
cutscenes.
same. It definitely doesn't look like the same game. Um, would I spend the 60 out of 50 that they're asking for this if there wasn't a $10 upgrade path?
Yo, what if it was 70?
No, no.
You wouldn't spend 70?
No,
You a goddamn
no,
your persona.
no.
I'll kick you, Dan. Your shin. You know you're gonna spend that 70.
I wouldn't.
You
I
you
wouldn't.
just
No, I
said
wouldn't. No, I
last week. You talking about I was gonna buy Metaphor. I ain't gonna buy Metaphor, but you bought Metaphor and you bought the collector's edition. Okay,
What
so you
does-
telling me that
Metaphor is a brand new game? What does that have to do with this?
does it feel brand new?
Yes.
Metaphor feels like a brand new game to you.
Yeah, like the story and everything on that game is on point. What are you talking about?
Oh, I ain't gonna get in there. I ain't trying to have no debate. But what I'm saying is that you telling me that you wouldn't buy a $70 version of Horizon Zero Dawn?
No. No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Not for 70.
Well, for 50, for $20 less, you buy it.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
You want to spend $20?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. But they throw it. Listen, for the 50, yeah. For 70, nah. Yo, would you? So you say if PlayStation put this out there for 70, you buying it for the
Hell,
70?
Easily. easily.
Nah.
Especially after reading this article, bro. Really and truly, yo, I love Last of Us Part 1 remake, but yo, they doing as much work, probably even more. They adding dialogue, they fixing mocap. Yo,
Nah,
I easily would have spent it.
But I would want them to do a rework to the combat as well for the 70.
Oh yeah, but look,
if
that's
they
what we
made the
wanted.
combat, if they made the combat like Last of Us, I mean like
I agree.
Forbidden West, and like tweak some of those portions, I would pay the 70.
I agree with that, but look, Last of Us Part 1 didn't do that.
They made the move. No, but they improved the movement and stuff.
Last of Us Part 1 ain't doing that.
Listen, Last of Us is one of my favorite. Listen, Last of Us is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I'll tell you straight up, I'm biased. I'll tell you straight up.
Yeah, I respect that.
I'm biased as fuck when it comes to Last of Us. I'll tell you that shit straight up. I don't care. I'm biased. I am. I would want
me personally, I look at it like this. When it comes to the visuals, Horizon to me tops it's the bar when it comes to visuals overall, and the fact that they even remaking this to make it on par or even better than Forbidden West, easily, and all the dialogue options, the mocap, they added more cutscenes, they all of that stuff in there.
Yeah,
and the fact that I do love the game. Yeah, I'd have spent 70 easily for me personally. I know not everybody would do that.
50,
but yeah,
60 is pushing it, but I would still. 50, not 70. I can't do 70. No, I can't.
Yo, PlayStation, they definitely did something grimy though. When it came to the original version of Horizon Zero Dawn, they upped the price. They upped it to 40. It was like, hold up, we got this remaster coming. I know you people that didn't buy the game or didn't get it free in whatever programs that we did. Y'all probably want to purchase it and pay $10 for the remaster. Nah, you're gonna pay that 40 and then pay the $10. I think that's a little scummy, but
definitely scummy. And didn't they remove it from certain stores or something like that as well? They removed the game from purchase on, I think on
I don't know,
on PlayStation Store or Steam or wherever or something like that, if I remember correctly. But I mean, the game's been out for God knows how long.
All I'm saying is that the work that is being put into this remaster is the things that we want in a lot of other games. And when people put in that work, I feel like it should be supported. You know what I mean? Yeah, they did have the $10 upgrade, so you're gonna take advantage of that. Of course, who wouldn't? But if they didn't have that, me personally, yes, I would have bought it.
Yeah,
I would have bought it.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna hold you on that. You call me a pony, call me whatever it is. When it comes to great games and the games that I love and they doing work like this, I support it 100%.
I get it.
I'm not like Persona, a traitor.
Yo, let's move on, man. Yo, and then the next bit of news, Bari. So we finally got some news and some details surrounding Astro and the speedrun levels, man. So the first speedrun level, which is called Building Speed, has come out. It released yesterday. And pretty much what the speedrun levels are, for those who don't know, are levels where you pretty much, it's a speedrun. It's a speedrun level, and you can have your time added to an online leaderboard and kind of go up against friends or random people online to try to get the best time. So this is something that they were doing in Astro's Playroom, and they obviously brought this to the Astrobot game, the new game that just released that back in September. And so Building Speed is the first one, and there's going to be new bots that you can save as well. The first two bots you can save is going to be Stellar Blade, Eve from Stellar Blade, and the Helldivers bot. And the speedrun levels are going to be releasing weekly from now all the way through to November 14th. So the first one is.
And they added new bots with this update. They
yeah,
had
that's what I said. Even Helldiver.
They had the Rise of the Ronin and
no,
I think it's one of the Helldivers they had in there.
No, it's even Helldiver. Those are the first two. The Rise of the Ronin. No, matter of fact, you might be right. I remember this seeing that. Maybe. But in terms of the speed run, and there's new trophies with this as well. New trophies. Yeah. So did you try the speed run levels? Are you gonna try it out?
I'm good. I'm gonna try it out. I didn't try it out yet. I saw the update, but I didn't play Astrobot yet. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be on there.
Yeah, I like it. I'm definitely gonna try it out, especially since there's new trophies and whatnot, which I like. So we're definitely gonna try that out. And then the other speed run. So October 24th next week, the next speed run level is gonna be called Let It Slide, and then the 31st is gonna be called Spring Loaded Run, and then November 7th is Helium Heights, and then November 14th that speed run level is called Rising Heat.
Oh, they're doing it like weekly.
Yeah, it's gonna be a weekly every Thursday, or every Thursday. There's gonna be a new speed run level release for you to try.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
like
see
that.
the chat saying
Yeah,
Rise
yeah,
of
Bari's
Rome,
right.
Cat,
Bari's
okay.
right. Yeah, Bari's right about that. I take my L. The chat gonna make sure I get my L. They gonna make sure. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat, man, because the chat gonna keep us honest. They gonna be like, no, Persona Bari, you're wrong.
You see, that's a good thing about having the chat, because the chat, they can easily just Google it up, look it up real quick. Why you doing a podcast? You can't really just like, all right, let me make sure, because you got to be like, oh, let me pause the flow to
Yeah.
make sure. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the chat, man. The chat, we appreciate our WUPS community, man. We appreciate y'all always. But yo, let me get these super chats and membership messages real quick. Yo, TZ in the building. Appreciate you. 16 months as a member of WUPS Nation. He says, just wanted to say what up to the WUPS boys. Make sure y'all leave a like. Appreciate you, T's. And then shout out to Upchuck Gaming, 25 months as a member of the WUPS Nation. He says, good morning, my brothers in chat. Y'all better hit the like button and share this out or else. Yo, shout out to my boy Chuck, man. Make sure you guys check out Plus
Chuck
on
don't
Block
play.
podcast
He don't
every
play. So
Sunday.
you better listen to Chuck.
Yes, sir. And then shout out to Grizzly Bear King. Appreciate you for the $10 super chat. He says, have you both seen Blue Eye Samurai? Heavy Blue Eye Samurai vibes from Yote. Not just because she is a woman, but also because they are both tales of vengeance. I'm pumped.
Yeah. That's the first thing. Like when I rewatching Ghost of Yote trailer, yeah, I was like, yeah, I got Blue Eye Samurai vibes. That's why I made that tweet, because they had like a picture where she's in the standing up and you can see the vista, and Blue Eye Samurai, they got the same picture kind of thing. I made that tweet. But yeah, Blue Eye Samurai, one of the best Netflix anime shows in my opinion. I highly recommend it if you ain't watch it yet.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. And then shout out to Wolfgang Mishima. Appreciate you 11 months as a member of the WUPS Nation. She says, what's good, WUPS? PlayStation 5 Pro is almost here. Have a good show. Appreciate you, Wolf, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then shout out to Grizzly Bear King again for the super chat. He says, also shout out to the WUPS for cozy Saturday mornings. We appreciate you guys, man. Definitely, try to get remember you used to wake up Saturday mornings, get you a big bowl of cereal, watch your cartoons, you feel me? Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Pokemon, what else? Shaolin Showdown, Jackie Chan Adventures.
Shaolin Showdown, you don't know nothing about that show, Persona. You too young for that,
Here we
bro.
go. Here we go.
Too young for
Here we go. Here we go.
You watch that show on YouTube. You ain't watch that live.
Cap, Pepper Ann, Doug, Hey On, all the good stuff that used to come on Saturday. Recess. You feel me? We try to give that vibes on a Saturday morning with the WUPS, man. So we appreciate our WUPS community. Appreciate everybody rocking out with the WUPS boys, man. Shout out to y'all. You feel me?
Hey, Corey said he got to play PlayStation 5 Pro at Comic-Con.
He did?
Fire.
Oh,
Yeah.
Corey, you was at Comic-Con? Word? Yo, you know what? The Pro was there, but that line was long as hell. I wasn't waiting on that line, bro. I was not waiting on that line. Crazy.
Yo, Dime was fire yesterday.
I gotta watch That's another thing. I'm actually gonna watch So I'm gonna watch Daima tonight because I haven't started Daima yet. So I'm gonna watch Daima tonight. And Alien Romulus, it's finally out. So I'm buying that on Apple TV. And that's one of my favorite movies this year, Aliens Romulus.
Yeah,
so
it's good. It's really good.
that's gonna be spooky
I
movie.
should have seen it in the theaters. Real talk.
Yo, real talk. I watched it in IMAX. Definitely should have watched that. But you got a big OLED TV. You watched it on the TV, right?
No, so my first time I watched it on my phone, but tonight later, because I have a Sony OLED in my living room.
Yeah, watch
I have
that.
it hooked up to like a home theater. So
watch that on that. Watch that on that OLED, boy. The sound on that game and on that show, on the movie, and Aliens Romulus is fire, man. I like trust me.
Yeah,
Aliens is a great movie. If you haven't seen that movie, watch that goddamn movie. It's a good movie, and it's a good Halloween season spooky movie as well, man. Like good spooky vibes with it.
Some of them dumb though, man. Some of them dumb as hell. But
oh yeah, I mean, listen. But yo, let's move it on, man, because we gotta talk about Bari. What's that? What's that crawling on your shirt? It's a spider. Whoa. Yes, we gotta talk about Spider-Man. More specifically, Spider-Man 2. which the news that PlayStation Nation, we just to get it out the way. Spider-Man 2 will arrive on PC January 2025. I don't think it's any surprise that this is coming. More specifically, it will arrive January 30th, 2025 on Steam and Epic Game Store. And the two editions that you can expect with the PC versions is the Standard Edition, which will have the complete game, all the latest updates since Spider-Man 2's PS5 launch, including 14 new suits, new game plus, ultimate levels, new symbiote suit styles, time of day options, post-game achievements, action figure mode, in photo mode, and screen reader and audio description, and then the digital deluxe, which includes the complete game with the updates listed above, and then 5 exclusive suits for Peter, the exclusive suits for Miles, early unlock of the Arachnite suit for Peter, early unlock for the Shadow Spider suit for Miles, early unlock for the Web Grabber gadgets, 5 skill points in the additional photo mode items. So pretty much the digital deluxe stuff that we got when we first bought the game. Before we get into the obvious with what we want to talk about, Bari, I just want to talk about this real quick. So what's your thoughts on this going to PC? Are you surprised here? I don't think anybody's surprised at this point, but it's when this does release, it will have been 1 year and 2 months since Spider-Man 2 had originally launched on a PlayStation 5. We're seeing that window get shorter when it comes to when games are going to PlayStation. That when games are going to PC that exclusively release on the PlayStation 5. What's your thoughts surrounding all of that? And do you think that we'll continue to see the window get even shorter?
I feel like the window, they already set the window to be shorter. From the last time Herman Host said when you can expect games to go to PC.
Mhm.
He said up to a year or longer. And when it comes to live service, it's day and date. So yeah, they definitely let people know, like, yeah. So when you look at Spider-Man when it released, until when it's released on PC, yeah, it's right in the ballpark as far as what was what he mentioned in that blog article or that article. The only thing about the whole PC side of things that make it looks bad for PlayStation, in my opinion, is the fact that you're not really getting no announcements from first party when it comes to the console itself. You know, the only thing you're really getting a date or real announcements for is PC, because yeah, obviously it's a new venture for them that they're getting into. So yeah, a lot of the updates is going to be coming, and they're going to get these dates and whatnot and whatnot. So yeah, that's the only thing that looks kind of bad in my opinion. The fact that you have a pro console coming out, um and you're announcing one of your big games for another platform is also, I feel like it's just like the timing. But I get it because it's New York Comic Con. You want to have an announcement there, and this was the announcement to have there. My big issue with this announcement is that yeah, there's nothing there for the PlayStation gamer when it comes to Spider-Man 2.
We're
No
going we're
new
going
updates.
we're going to talk about that part of it separately. So leave that section
Oh,
of it separate.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to go in. I was
Oh,
about to
matter of
flow.
fact,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
you flowing. Matter of fact, guy, like because screw it, just to set it up so you can continue, because I do want you to kind of go in, because we both gonna go in here, but
Yeah.
just to kind of outline what Barry is talking about. So obviously, the PC announcement happened and things like that, and the sad thing is that PlayStation or Insomniac confirmed that there isn't any plans to. Oh, here we go, right here. They have no plans. I just want to get the whole quote. So it says, while we have no additional story content planned for Marvel Spider-Man 2, we're delighted to bring all of our previously released post-launch content to the PC version, including new game plus, new suits and color variants, photo mode features, and more. Bari, Spider-Man 1 had 3 DLC tied to it. It had Tombstone, it had Black Cat, and Screwball. No, yeah.
City never sleeps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
City Never Sleeps, Screwball. In Spider-Man 2, we see a number of side stories not get a proper closeout or a proper fulfilling end, especially when you look at all of what was going on in Spider-Man 2. That being Rafe and her, or Captain Watanabe and her journey, Carnage and the reveal of Carnage, and Chameleon. Bari, me and you both are huge Spider-Man fans. I need you to talk to me. How you feel about there being no DLC for Spider-Man 2, and do you feel like this is the wrong move for a game this popular and of this caliber with this many things going on?
Yeah, like personally I feel like it's real disappointing that there was no DLC announced
Mhm.
for Spider-Man 2 going into a year from its release. Um a lot of people bring up the leaks and all that stuff, but I've been a person that been avoiding looking up any leak for Insomniac. Obviously, yeah, I see it now because y'all posting up leaks left and right. But regardless of the fact of it not being there in the leaks or whatnot, I don't understand how anybody could enjoy Spider-Man 2, enjoy the story beats and the characters, and not want to anticipate or want a DLC from what's going on, especially how they closed out or how they left some of the stories still opened up when it came to NPCs like Captain Watanabe, Rafe, and Carnage, and Chameleon and things like that. There's still a lot of story that can be told just to get people excited or anticipate for a part 3. Like, yeah, so just having just the PC announcement, we understand what PlayStation's doing. No big issue. But just to see that there's no DLC for a game like Spider-Man 2, is very, very disappointing in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I enjoy the story, I enjoy the characters, and the seeing that there's no DLC, very, very disappointing. Now you gotta wait until Spider-Man 3 come out, and it's just to get, even if they're going to incorporate some of those story parts with the game, you know what I mean. But yeah, I know Insomniac, they are a workhorse, and they do have a lot on their plate as far as like they do produce a lot. They put out a lot of updates, they put out a lot of games for PlayStation 5. So it like, one side of me is like, damn, I'm a little disappointed that there's no DLC here. But then the other side is like, okay, I understand the some that they do a lot of work. They are working on a new game as well when it comes to Wolverine. I'm pretty sure once that update comes out, people's gonna be like, Spider-Man DLC. We got Wolverine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nah, man, like, there's just too many open story parts where you would think that would be a DLC. You know what I mean? For Spider-Man 2, where a year later you're like, all right, now you get to help out Captain Watanabe and what she got to close up with Carnage or whatnot. You know what I mean? It's not just, oh, why we got to create another full-fledged game just for some of these off side mission stories where you had side missions in the main game that could create a DLC within the main game from the main. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it, man. So yeah, it is very disappointing. I don't read personally. I see a lot of people come on my tweet, or they, doing tweets on Twitter about, oh, but there's no DLC. And I don't give a fuck. Huh? I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't give a damn how you feel. I'm telling you how I feel from somebody that loved the game. You know what I mean? That like these characters. I don't know. Like it's just baffling to me that just because they didn't announce it, or they said that, oh, they're not announcing it, you're just okay with it. I'm not okay with everything that PlayStation does or what these studios does. Like, yeah, there's a certain anticipation. There's a certain thing that I expect when it comes from Insomniac, or what I will want when it comes from Insomniac, especially when it comes to Spider-Man. And yeah, when it comes to Spider-Man 2, being how much shorter it was and less content it was, yeah, I expected a fucking DLC a year later. Not cursing at Insomniac. I'm sorry, Insomniac. I'm cursing at these motherfuckers on Twitter. Okay? You're lucky yesterday I ain't booed up. Cause I was there. I was ready to boot up yesterday and cook a lot of you motherfuckers. Like, you sound dumb as hell. You know what I mean? Like, it's just sound crazy. But he ain't DLC. So what? How the hell you can play that game and be like, but it's okay to have it. So what? You telling me you don't want to see a continuation of what's going on with Carnage and Rafe? You don't want to see, oh, they just teased up fucking Chameleon for no goddamn reason? Huh? You just got Silk in there to end the game and be like, oh, no, we don't need a DLC.
Or even
Sit
even with
your
the
ass down, please. Sorry, Insomniac. But
Nani?
nah, man, it's disappointing, man. It's very disappointing, man. Like, yeah, the console gamer, once again, or just the people that's a fans of certain things, like, yo, I get it. I get the new ventures. I get that, you know, your business, you got to make some money, but yo, I feel like something like this should have been in place. It should have been ready, especially for this announcement, for this time. But obviously they're moving on with Wolverine, or they're moving on whatever else. And yeah, that's to see that, you know, you got to probably wait 6 years, 5 years, just so you can get some continuation of side mission stories.
Even the stuff with Black Cat, you know.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy to me. Like, and
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Like, when I see people make these comments and tweets, I'm like, did you really enjoy the game? Do you not want to see that continuation? So you telling me you're willing, you're okay just waiting 6, 7 years? You know, motherfuckers get old, man. Motherfuckers in their 40s, in their 50s.
Not me.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
We gotta
young.
wait 6, 7 years so we can see if Carnage and Rafe do what they gotta do. We gotta see, well, oh, why the hell did they incorporate Chameleon? Why did they announce
You know,
Silk?
and then obviously the end with you know, Green Goblin and Dr. Ock, you know, like,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's one thing that I loved about
that's gonna be
2018.
that's gonna be the main premise of 20 of Spider-Man 3 is definitely gonna be Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and you know, that's gonna be the main villains and whatnot. But
Oh yeah, but that's one thing I liked about 2018, because the little tidbits that they had within the story of the first game, they flushed out more with the DLC, with Silver Saber. You know what I mean? With Hammerhead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With Black Cat.
mhm.
No, that's not main mission stuff, but you know, you had those little things. It's not like it's a big story expansion that's 20 hours. And those DLCs was pretty short, like 8 hours or whatnot, but it was still cool to play. And then they added more mini games with Screwball, and you know what I mean? It was cool.
Yeah.
So having that the first time, then nothing the second time, it's no different than like going from Last of Us Part 1 with factions, and then Last was Part 2 with no factions, and then people was just like, oh, but they didn't promise you a faction. Like, nah, it's disappointing that you didn't have factions. Where is factions? My bad. My bad. Go ahead, man. Let me chill out, man, before I rage up.
Yo, you funny.
Where is factions?
Where is factions? No, I mean, I agree. You know, like I definitely feel like when it comes to, you know, Spider-Man 2, the game, there's a lot going on in Spider-Man 2. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of moving parts, a lot of missions, a lot of characters, a lot of storylines, right? And I just feel like I wouldn't necessarily want Insomniac to have to shoehorn a lot of that stuff into the third game just for the sake of, you know, whatever the case may be. I would have loved for them to continue the tradition of doing one or two, you know, it don't necessarily got to be 3, but 1 or 2 DLCs to kind of tie up certain storylines, and then kind of just focus on the main storyline and whatever else you want to do in the third game. But it looks like, you know, most of what we saw happen in Spider-Man 2, we're just going to have to wait, at least as far as we know right now, because we don't really know what they're doing. You know, 'cause I really look at a lot of those leaks, so I'm not really privy to a lot of what's going on. But you know, we just don't know what's going on. So as far as we know right now, we just gonna have to wait till Spider-Man 3 to really see a lot of these storylines tie in and finish up, right? So it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. Persona had to come on through. You know, Bari told me that I needed to make an appearance, man. Welcome. What's up, everybody? It's your neighborhood. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, where you coming from? You coming from saving somebody right now? Or you
I was
come
just
from
getting
getting a
I was
bacon,
just
egg,
getting
and
some
cheese?
chopped cheese,
Oh,
man.
cheese.
Just
Okay.
getting a chopped cheese in the bed.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. How you feeling today, Spider-Man? Everything good with you?
I'm good. I'm happy that I'm going to PC. You know, people can play me with high fidelity.
Okay.
In that high fidelity, saving the neighborhood with your Spider-Man.
Okay.
So yeah, I know that you guys are disappointed that there's no DLC, but Insomniac gonna cook. I called them yesterday. I said the PlayStation Nation, they wanted DLC. They said, listen, Spider-Man, neighborhood Spider-Man. They gotta wait. So that's why I wanted to come on the show to let y'all know that don't worry, Insomniac, they cooking. And you will see the neighborhood Spider-Man and men come through very, very soon. Let's let us cook. All right.
How long we gotta wait for y'all to cook though, Spider-Man? That's an important question. Cause folks getting old. Folks getting old out here. I'm gonna ask
you a question, Persona.
What's going on?
Do you ask your mom or your grandma how long this food is gonna take to make? Or you just gonna wait because you know it's gonna taste good?
That's different though. I ain't trying to get slapped.
But listen,
you talking to grandma or mama, mama gonna slap you up. Be like, don't ask those stupid questions. Food will be ready when it's ready.
And don't ask that stupid question. The game is gonna be ready when it's ready. It's your neighbor. Don't you trust me? It's your neighborhood Spider-Man.
Folks getting old though, Spider-Man. You got folks in their 40s and their 50s, 60s. Waiting is a tough thing.
Hey, listen, eat healthy. I know what to tell
you. Hey yo, man. Hey yo, man. All right, that's enough for Spider-Man. Because Spider-Man on one today. That is wild as hell to say. Man said, eat healthy. Hey, yo, man. Yo, you funny. You are funny as hell.
Yo, I just had to kick Spider-Man out, man, for saying that, man. Very insensitive.
Yeah, that was insensitive. Why you say that?
Yeah, Spider-Man. Like, yo, listen, man, he tripping, man. But what were we saying again, Persona? Go ahead, brother.
Nah, yeah, that was it. That was, it sucks that we gotta wait till Spider-Man 3. Most likely is what we're gonna have to do is wait till Spider-Man 3. Who knows what that be? But I mean, it is what it is.
They keep posting up this leak, right? Where it's showing Venom. I don't know if this is a spinoff of Venom, but like even with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, like I felt like Venom, he got his clothes off, right? Because Harry, I don't know if Harry really got the powers of Venom like that. I thought they destroyed the symbiote. Like what are they gonna do with a Venom spinoff?
We'll have to wait and see.
Are they gonna like I don't know, man. I personally would rather see, Peter, live up to his promise, helping up Captain Watanabe when it comes to Carnage.
Mm-hmm.
Or even just with Miles and what's going on with that, with Silk or with the Chameleon. You know what I mean? So I would have personally want to see that as a spinoff or a one-off game rather than the Venom right away. I know Venom is very popular, but the story-wise, I don't know where they would go with that. You know what I mean? But
we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I personally, I think it's disappointing that we aren't getting any DLC. I would have loved to see DLC. I think a lot of people would have loved to see DLC, especially with the storylines. But, Insomniac, they are workhorses out here. I do agree with that. And they've been putting out a lot of content since the start of this generation. So, it is what it is, man. People going to do what they do. But I don't agree with there not being story DLC for Spider-Man 2, especially with how big Spider-Man 2 is, right? How much it sold and how popular it is. This would have been a great time for you to announce the DLC with the PC launch and be like, yeah, and you can expect the first DLC to release spring 2025 on PlayStation 5 and PC. It's like, yo, but it is what it is, whatever. But yo, moving on, Bari, do you like music?
The music.
Do you like
the music.
Do you like video game music?
Oh yeah, 100%. Play all the time.
What is one of your favorite video game songs of all time?
Simple and clean.
Kingdom Hearts.
Sanctuary. My sanctuary.
Okay.
You and I.
So then, the announcement of this PlayStation concert must have you excited.
Ooh, okay. Yo, I like that. Oh, okay, Persona. You kind of caught me off guard. I was like, where he's going with this? But yeah, they did announce this. Okay.
So PlayStation has announced a global tour, world tour of a PlayStation concert, and it's starting April 19th, 2025. It's going to be going to more than 200 cities, including Dublin, Ireland, and it will be across Europe, United Kingdom, and the United States and beyond. They're starting with the European dates, and the 2025 tour schedule is going to be Dublin, Ireland, Glasgow, Scotland, London, Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, Newcastle, UK, Amsterdam, Netherlands, Paris, Anneville, France, Brussels, Belgium, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, Berlin, Hamburg, Dusseldorf, Leipzig, Munich, Oberhausen, Germany, Zurich, Switzerland, Bologna, Italy, Budapest, Hungary, Sofia, Bulgaria, Vienna, Austria, Bratislava, Slovakia, Prague, Czech Republic, Lodz, Poland, Copenhagen, Denmark, Gothenburg, Sweden, and Oslo, Norway. So those are the Europe places so far. But are you excited for this? Do you think that?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I saw the tweet went up as far as like it was like tickets on sale. But yeah, there's nothing for US not right now. They didn't have no US listing. So like, yeah, I think it's a great announcement. Don't get twisted, but I wish they would have had some type of US date so you can. All right, here we go. But it's still early. They still got time. But yeah, I'm very excited for this, man. God of War, Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon.
I think it's safe to say that they'll probably have a New York, because they'll probably do it at Radio City Music Hall,
or Carnegie
Hall. If they do it in New York, I'll go.
What's the more? Yeah, I'll definitely go for sure. What's the and more you think is going to be there outside of these games that they listed so far?
Probably games that are synonymous with PlayStation. So I think, probably some Final Fantasy. Well, no, Final Fantasy does their own orchestra stuff. I don't know. The and more is actually a good. I don't know. I would assume probably things that are like adjacent to PlayStation or synonymous with PlayStation as well. I would say Final Fantasy to a degree, but I know Final Fantasy does their own orchestra stuff, but they may still have something here with a concert. But I'll definitely check this out. See what's up. But I mean, I it's cool, but I'm not like overhyping this. Like, oh yeah, it's cool to see this, but it's not really like I'm not overhyping this, man. I'm good, but I'll check it out though. I'll see what's up, right? And then the next news, Bari, we got to get into. So Bari, what's your favorite car?
That's a good question.
Or
favorite?
Or one of. It don't got to be the all-time favorite, but one of. What's one of your favorite cars?
I don't even know. Like, what's that Mitsubishi joint back in the day?
Lancer?
Yeah, Lancer. I used to love the hell out of Lancer, man. Never had one personally, but
you know what my favorite car is, Bari? My favorite car, or one of my favorite cars, is a Ford Expedition. And speaking of Expedition, let's talk about Expedition 33. I tried. That probably wasn't that good. Hey, Bari's face. Hey, yo, listen, the Ford Expedition. But speaking of expeditions, let's talk about this Expedition 33.
No, I'm just letting you know. You know that's gonna be a short, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I knew it would. I knew it would. I know. 4 out of 10
Man,
segue. But
that was rough. The first one I got you. That was a cool
I
cleanup.
tried. It wasn't that good. But listen, Expedition 33, we did get some more news, and what we got was the confirmation of the cast being revealed, man. So this is a crazy cast that really like kind of like threw me for a loop where I was like, hold up, you really got some talent here. So the cast of the characters, we've got Charlie Cox from Daredevil, who's going to be the voice of Gustav, the lead engineer of Expedition 33. Gustav grew up in Lumiere under the Painter's shadow and has devoted his life to safeguarding the city. With his final year ticking away, Gustav is hell-bent on defeating the Paintress and reclaiming a future for Lumiere's children. Then you got Jennifer English from Baldur's Gate 3, who plays Mael, a shy loner eager to escape the constraints of Lumiere. Orphaned as a child, Mael has always felt like an outsider. Her only connection is with Gustav, her foster brother. She is the youngest member of the expedition at 16 and sees this as her chance to finally explore the world beyond. Then you got Christy Ryder from Sandman, who voices Loon, the chief researcher of Expedition. Loon, or is it Loon or Lune?
I would say Lune because it's probably like a French.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'll say Lune just to be safe. Lune is intensely driven in her quest to defeat the Paintress and complete the world of her parents. She feels keenly the weight of responsibility and the gravity of the stakes involved. Then you've got Shayla Nix from the Old Guard, who voices CL, a calm and cheering warrior unfazed by the obstacles ahead, overcoming her past.
The Old Guard is a good movie.
It is. That's with Charlize Theron. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I like that, John.
Yeah, Charlize Theron. Anyway, her past has allowed her to accept the odds against them. They will do all in their power, and it will either be enough or it won't. And then we got 2 new characters that got introduced. So we got Ben Starr from Final Fantasy 16, who plays Verso, a dangerous stranger tracking the expedition's every move. We asked Ben how to describe Verso, and he said he's lost, lonely, and dangerous. Then you've got Andy Serkis from The Lord of the Rings and Black Panther, who plays the role of Renor, a man relentlessly driven to save his family. He knows that victory demands sacrifice, and he's ready to pay the price. Bari, how are you feeling about this cast reveal, this game, the new enemies that we saw? Talk to me, man.
I'm a big fan of this game already. The story feels very intriguing, interesting. The cast of characters are A tier. It's very surprising to see a cast like this for a new studio, making their first game like that. But that just tells like the confidence of the developers or the faith of the voice actors within the game. And yeah, like everything I've seen so far, just from the gameplay alone, I was already set. But now seeing like a cast like this, that is, very good at what they do. I think this game is going to sing, man. They have a lot of other information saying that the game's going to be like around 50 hours.
30 hours.
Or 30 hours.
At $50.
Playtime. And $50 price tag. So, yeah, like seeing all of that, this game, it looks like it's a big budget game, especially with the voice acting, the visuals. It looks amazing. But yeah, it's coming in at a $50 price point.
Can I say something, man? Go ahead, finish your thought, man. I'm gonna get on my soapbox.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I speak freely, chat? People that's listening to us on Apple or Spotify, I'm about to speak a little freely, real quick, man. So, Expedition 3, everything I'm seeing about this game looks absolutely phenomenal. This looks like everything I want in a game. Like, they really are doing their thing with this game. The cast is looking on point. The story sounds very intriguing. The enemies look great. The turn-based combat / active turn-based combat they're doing is absolutely on point, right? I saw it this week on Twitter when I think the name of the studio is not Saber. I forgot the name of the studio. Hold up, 'cause I don't want to mess up the studio. The studio, Sandfall Studios. When they confirmed like the price and like the length and all that, I saw people get like excited.
Yeah.
And listen, man, I'm gonna get on my soapbox, man. This shit happens all the time, right? Where like I'm starting to see people get excited off the price and saying, yeah, this is a great price. I'm excited for the game. And it's like, bro, if they would have said it's 70, if the game, because honestly, I would pay looking at what we're seeing here, the aesthetic of this and what's going into this and the cast, I'd pay 70 off this, right? Like I would. But it's just so weird how like people's excitement for games is not the game. Like a lot of people's excitement for gaming is not just the game itself. It's everything else surrounding it and not the game itself. When they confirmed that, I looked at the comments, I seen Twitter, people just jumping for joy. $50. And it's here. And I'm just like, yo. And that's why I put the tweet out of, I hope people really support this game when it releases. Because too many times do we see people get excited for games. They look at a game, they see it being, oh yeah, this looks fun, this looks interesting. I can't wait to play this. Then when it's time to buy, when it's time to support, when it's time to play the game that you said you're interested in, crickets. Or oh, my backlog. Or, it's always some other obscure reason. Well, my grandma stubbed her toe, so I got to sit in the hospital for 2 weeks while she get a toe bandaged up. So, I can't buy it. Or some stupid shit like that. That's typically what we always see with the hype around this game. And listen, this game looks like they really put a lot of love and care into this game. I really want the game to be great and I want it to succeed. I really just hope the hype that we're seeing on Twitter and seeing in all these videos and all that, I really hope it translates into sales and support for the game. If you really are excited for this game and can't wait to play it, I really do hope people buy and play and support the game. It's clearly at a price point that people are happy about, $50. There really is no excuse. 30 hours of gameplay, $50. And the aesthetic of it looks great. The cast looks on point. And from what Sandfall Studios is saying, they're putting a lot of effort and care and love into the game. I really hope people buy and support and play this goddamn game. Because, Bari, you see it. We all see it, man. People hype shit up. It's time to buy. It's time to play. Crickets. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, regardless if this game was $70, I wouldn't. That's why I don't like when I understand the developers doing it, but I hate when RPGs even announce how long it takes to beat a game. You know what I mean? Like, because that's when people's gonna like, oh, this game take $30. If this game was like 70, people have been tapping out. That's why you're seeing people praise it, because it's like, oh, 30-hour game for $50. Oh, that sounds like a bargain. You know what I mean? Or if a game is super, super long and they're like, oh, it's worth the price. But
So
yeah,
the main game is 30 hours, and then if I'm not mistaken, they said the side content also is about 30 hours. So you're looking at about, I think, like a 50 or 60-hour game to all in all between main game and side content, I believe.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I don't rush through some of these games, like these games like this. I wouldn't rush through that.
No, I wouldn't either.
But hey, like I said, if the game was $60, $70, everything I'm already sold on. Doing a breakdown video or the combat, I'm already sold on that stuff. So yeah, the visuals, I've seen the casting now, looks great. Yeah, I'm already sold on it. So it is what it is for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Just hopefully everything else is captivating. You know what I mean? Like, you can make a trailer look good, but
The
is it
game
gonna
gotta be
pan out?
good.
Yeah.
I agree. Shout out to Board Country, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. It says, almost entire library on Steam. Why continue with PlayStation? It feels wrong how many PC releases compared to console announcements. Time release gen.
Yeah, because the PC is a new venture, so you're gonna see more announcements. That's why they're saying, like, perception wise, if you're a console gamer and you're waiting for PlayStation news and whatnot, it doesn't look good on PlayStation End. You know what I mean? Those people, there's a lot of people that's outside of PlayStation. This is great. They're loving it. But I always look at it from just the PlayStation fan base. You know, me as a PlayStation gamer. This is a cool announcement for people outside of PlayStation. What are you doing for the people that bought into your console? What are you going to be doing for the people that's about to buy into a new console? You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I just feel like yeah, Insomniac is busy work. I know they do a lot, but the fact that a year later and there's no DLC plan is very disappointing. I don't care who it is or what it is. It's very disappointing not to have any type of new content for Spider-Man 2 after a year release.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And I love this. That's my favorite studio from PlayStation. That's my favorite studio from PlayStation. That and Sucker Punch. And it's still disappointed me.
Yep. But yo, let's move it along, man. We got a couple more things we want to get through real quick. Um, Wolverine. Let's go, bub.
Go,
So,
bub.
rumors,
I'm the
this is
best at what I do.
take it with a grain of salt. Rumors are starting to swirl around when it comes to Wolverine, Marvel's Wolverine, where this guy Korakasis, a noted insider, said that from the little digging, it looks like Sony is gearing up to show off new stuff from Marvel's Wolverine. It's hard for me to determine when it'll happen, but I'm guessing it'll be this year, either at the Game Awards or at some unannounced super secret event. Bari, do you believe this? Do you think this is true? Do you think we're past due? Because the last time we got, only announcement we ever got for Wolverine was back in 2021, and now we're going into 2025, which is 4 years later. What do you think? Do you think we're past due for a a Wolverine announcement?
Yeah, I think we should get an update for Wolverine. It's been 4 years. And I understand the strategy of them announcing it so early. It was letting you know, like, hey, we got another Marvel partnership, another Marvel game that we're creating. You know, get hype. Wolverine is coming. Um, like this to me is like educated guess type rumor shit because a game that got announced 4 years ago. Yeah, anybody can just make a tweet like, "Yeah, man, Wolverine announcement coming soon." It does make sense
Yeah, it
that
makes sense.
Wolverine,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean, educated guess type shit. But yeah, would I love to see Wolverine? Unfortunately, they got they went through the whole leak stuff with the game being leaked out. But yeah, I would love to see an official announcement as far as what they're doing with the game. And
Mm-hmm.
around this time or even 2025, it seems about right
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Yep. Yep. Um. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I don't know. Leaks these days are just so weird. Because it's just so sporadic and kind of like all over the place. From people that I don't even know who the fuck this is. Honestly, like I'm like Kurakasis. Who the fuck is that? Like I don't know who the hell that is. Um, but I entertained it because it's news. So I was like, all right, let's talk about it real quick. But
The
I
track
do I
record
do
was on
think
point though, because
what
every
is what
time
has he
this
done?
person says something, they update it. Like say he says, "Oh, they're gonna be announcing this game later on this year," and then they announce the game. He quote tweets is like, "See, I told you this and that." I've been looking at his
So
feed.
what has he been right about before? Do you know?
Oh, I'm about to check. It's been small stuff. I'm about to show you.
See Koraka. I'm looking at his Twitter. Mm.
About the whole Project Ethos.
Oh wow. Okay. Project Ethos is a game from 2K, not Rockstar Games. Any rumors saying otherwise aren't true. Oh shit. I
And then
mean,
he quote tweets is like, "See, I told you here, the Death Note
oh,
game."
NetEase. Okay. All right. So he's got
It's
a
not
little,
like super big
yeah, it ain't
stuff, but
super. He's got a
it
bit of a
seems like
track
he's
record.
connected. Yeah,
All
it seems like he's
right, you
connected.
got a bit of a track record, so I'll entertain it a little bit. You feel to feel me. But I would say that we are past due for um news on Wolverine because we really only got the one CG trailer back in 2021, and that's it. We haven't gotten anything since. No gameplay, no nothing, you know. So I do think we are past due for that. So I would imagine that PlayStation would probably, you know, put out, you know, gearing up for that 2025, you know, lineup of like 2 or 3 first party games that's coming out. We already know about Ghost of Yote, and that's coming out early 2025. So, you know, I can imagine that if they are planning on really starting to show off Wolverine, that means it's probably ready to be out the door relatively soon after that. So, you know, we could probably be looking at a summer to fall release for Wolverine
People
if
saying 2026 for Wolverine,
2026.
according to the leaks, is what they're saying. So,
Oh, well, damn. All right. So then why would they? All right. I mean, listen, PlayStation has been moving so different now when it comes to like marketing, talking about games and stuff. I can't even call it anymore. So, okay. Okay. That's what I got to say. But you
yeah,
know,
I mean, Marvel, to Corey, Marvel made the announcement, yeah, because Comic-Con, yeah, Marvel is there. Is Marvel Spider-Man is a part of Marvel as well. It's a Sony IP, but yeah, Marvel is Spider-Man. Just because Marvel made the announcement, Comic-Con, PlayStation made the announcement as well on their official PlayStation blog. As far as like, yeah, this is what we're doing. Spider-Man is coming to PC, and they stated this is from Insomniac. This is Insomniac senior community manager, where he's stating that Insomniac is saying, yeah, we have no plans for DLC. Where is it at? He's saying, oh, while we have no additional story content planned for Marvel Spider-Man 2, we're delighted to bring all our previously released post content to PC. I mean, yeah, that could be interpreted differently as far as like they might not have any plans right now to announce any additional story content or whatnot, or it could be they're not having no DLC at all. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is that a year later and no additional DLC or story stuff is disappointing for a game that's a year old. That's all I'm saying. Regardless on what that could be interpreted as, it was disappointing that, at a Comic-Con event or around the time or whatever, there's no additional story content for it.
yeah, I
That doesn't
agree.
mean that because people take that stuff into extreme, like, oh, that you hate the game, you hate nah. I love this is my favorite developer. I'm just saying a year later into the game, there's no additional story for the game. It's disappointing. That could be any developer that I love. Plain
Hmm.
and simple.
I agree. Let's move it along, man. Bari, some congratulations are in order, man. Big shout out to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, where Sparking Zero has sold in 24 hours over 3 million copies worldwide. I think that is absolutely
Are you
incredible.
surprised?
Absolutely not. This is Dragon Ball Z we're talking. Like, one thing people need to understand, Dragon Ball Z is timeless. Like, Dragon Ball Z is one of those franchises and games. It's like Star Wars. It's like Harry Potter. It's like Star Wars, Harry Potter. Really, Star Wars, Harry Potter. Like, Dragon Ball Z is on that level. This game is timeless. Like, I mean, this series and franchise is absolutely timeless. People love Dragon Ball Z, all the way from children all the way up to people my and Bari age and probably even older. Dragon Ball Z is a worldwide phenomenon that everyone loves. And so when it comes to Dragon Ball games, especially a spiritual successor to the Tenkaichi series, people gonna buy that. People
This
been wanting it. People been wanting a game like this for a long time, and we've got it. And so people gonna buy that. Go ahead.
this was a very smart announcement. That's how everything lined up. You have the game, you have a new anime series, build up the hype for the game, you incorporating the characters within the game.
Mm,
They launched this game perfectly. You know what I mean? It didn't matter what game was releasing within the week, within the month. The way how they set it up with anime, game, anime is just a perfect release.
very
And
smart.
when you line things up like that, when you have that synergy like that, yeah, you're due for success. You
Yep.
know what I mean? It just makes sense.
Yep. I agree. Yo, so congratulations to Spark and Zero. Definitely happy for the success of that. But Bari, moving on, I do want to get your thoughts on this because this your realm with this new character for Grand Blue that I just found out about today, honestly. But
Vicala.
Vicala, Vicala is coming to Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. And talk to me about this character, man. Talk to us, man. Let us know who this character is, what's her abilities, like what's the story with this character?
Yeah, Vicala, a very popular character in the Grand Blue universe. She's like a I don't want to say troll character because in the game it looks like she's going to be a troll, one of those troll type archetype characters. But I think she's like dream centric. Um, like I don't remember her abilities too much like that, but I think that's what they're trying to incorporate with her here. Like whatever she imagines, it comes through. So she have like this random effect that she does, where I think her unique button is like you press it and whatever she's thinking, it pops out. Um,
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
but it's like how Faust is in Guilty Gear.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's the same type of effect. It's randomized type stuff. But she looks cool, but I don't think this is the character that people are. She was up there as far as like most popular character put in the game, but people was waiting, for Seafawn and those type of characters. But
Oh, she coming out
yeah,
next week. Damn.
and she coming out the 25th. She's
Bro,
coming out the 25th.
so much content, so much stuff.
Yeah, like Kai from Hunter x Hunter, same kind of ordeal. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, my biggest
Oh,
thing,
Sea of
like
Thrones
I'm not,
coming early 2025. They just confirmed it. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
my what I'm looking for in this patch update is what they incorporating or what they're changing in 1.6, because the last update with Versusia, they changed a lot in the game. Damage output, combo strings, that's a lot. What I mean, block strings, that's a lot. And some characters got hit hard, some characters didn't. Some characters still good, but it's all dependent on playstyle. What I mean, that could be affected. But yeah, I just want to see what they're gonna do with 1.6. But I know she's gonna be a popular character, and she's going to be it's gonna be annoying to fight her. That's all I can say. She's gonna be annoying.
Mm,
Yo, he said Lancelot gone. Nah, Lancelot is still good. It's just like how I play Lancelot. I
gone.
just don't like what they did, man. My main block string is gone. So, getting in is harder. Escaping is harder. There's just so much that they changed of the character from base Grand Blue to Rising. And then they even did that with that. Yo, they did a whole trial combo that they teaches you in the game. They took that out. You know what I mean? So his corner combo game is way different. He can still do some sauce. He can still do some stuff, but I'm not as like consistent with the new combo that I learned with in the corner with it. You know what I mean? It's very, very time strict and base just to get optimal, damage. You know what I mean? But I don't like what they did with the last update for Lancelot for sure. Like it definitely turned me off from a lot of shit. Pissed me off, but we'll see what they do with 1.6.
Mm, okay. That's what's up.
I'm still playing Lance though. Still playing. I love that character too much, man. But I might be going back to my girl Vera, man. Vera she got sauce. They buffed her up crazy.
So moving along, uh, I put this in because I'm just curious to see what you think of this. Because we always talk about how different gaming is now from when we were young, and all this other stuff or whatever. But I do want to get your thoughts on this specifically when it comes to like just gaming. But Alan Wake 2, we know that they have a new DLC coming out, the Lake House DLC, right? And so apparently there's going to be an assist mode in the game that is going to have infinite ammo, immortality, infinite flashlight, one-shot kill. Bari, what's your thoughts on that? That, developers are outright adding god modes to games.
What's my thoughts on this?
You
It's a
playing on this
day
mode?
one now. I'm gonna buy the game.
Are you playing on that mode? For sure. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
As you should.
I'm gonna buy the game now. You know what I mean? I can easily run through this and get the platinum with this assist mode, infinite ammo. I can't die. Infinite flashlight. Oh, so yeah. Flashlight is a thing in Alan Wake. I never played Alan Wake.
Yeah, I never
so
played Alan Wake either. So like,
I'm joking, by the way, people.
Yeah.
I don't know about the series like that.
Is that fun? Does that come off as like having all of that? Like, because remember back in the day, you know, you
That's
would
a cheat code.
you would put in like cheat codes for like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or whatever to get unlimited lives or do this and do that. You would have fun doing all that stuff, but I never really like thought of like playing through games with like stuff like that active. Like I would do that stuff
No.
like as fun and all that, but like something like this while playing through the game and it being in assist mode and all that, I
would have
I
to
don't know,
complete
man.
the game already before I even implement something like I'm a person where I hate to ruin my first playthrough, like changing the costume. So having like infinite ammo or you can't die or whatever it is, that will ruin it for me because my first experience, I want it to be how the developer wanted, to present it. So, you know what I mean? Like people make fun of me all the time, like even just changing the costume. My first playthrough, I don't do that stuff, yo. I don't because how the trailer was presented to me, that's what I want to experience. So like even like adding this assist mode and all that I wouldn't do it. I'm not opposed of it though. Second playthrough, third playthrough, or whatnot, just to see like, all right, let me just have some fun with it. But not my first playthrough. I wouldn't do stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know why they adding something like that in an Alan Wake game. Ain't that supposed to be like a scary like horror type game? Or
I don't know.
I haven't heard anything as far as like Alan Wake 2 is a difficult game.
Me neither.
You know
I
what
never really like
So
heard or heard anybody really talking about that.
why implement that?
That's why like it seems so weird that, you know, something like that is being added to the game. Like I don't understand why. But
Yeah, cause you brought up cheat codes back in the day, right? Like
yeah.
with cheat codes, even with cheat codes, I think like cheat codes, you wasn't getting like if you enable cheat codes, you wasn't getting like in-game, achievements or whatnot. Or even now, or like PS3 days, if you put cheat codes in there, you wasn't gonna get no trophies.
Well, I
It's
wonder
like
if
now,
like
like cheat
trophies or
codes is just like an
whatever,
update now.
because I wonder is the assist mode, you know, is it going to be through the regular full game playthrough as well? And does that lock you out of trophies or like what's the criteria? I guess my question is, what's the criteria now for challenge or just completing things? Like if I have assist mode active and everything is infinite and I can't die and I can't do this, is it really worth playing the game?
For me personally, no, it's not. But some people find enjoyment in that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not for me either.
Yo, really and truly, we got to be honest, bro. When developers add these easy modes and you can get this easy plat with some of these big games, those games sell a lot. You know what I mean? The Metacritic is high. Oh, it's an easy game that takes I can play this game on easy and get all the trophies. It works. The games that don't really sell a lot is outside of like the Souls, From Software stuff. Is them games that be hard like that. If they have a trophy locked into the hard mode and all that stuff, those games don't reselling. That's why you see PlayStation, when it came to their main games, they took away the difficulty trophy stuff from it. And look, sales is booming, record breaking sales. Boom, 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 boom. The game with them hard mode difficulty trophies, it might be sell well, but they ain't gonna be selling no 10 million, And I think Alan Wake, it costs a lot. They probably like, all right, people bought it, but now we want people to really, really buy it. Now we have this mode in there. Hey, let's enjoy the story. You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching. What you gonna see? The sales is gonna spike up. Watch.
I hate where I really do hate where gaming is going, man, with like a lot of this stuff.
Yo, our time is gone, bro. Our time is gone.
It's,
We
it's
are
sad. It's
legit.
sad
We
to
used to
see,
make fun of
man.
that stuff. We're the dinosaurs. No, legit, we're the dinosaurs, man. They are not catering uh to you. There's games that do cater to you, but the majority of the games that come out, it's not catered to you. You have to adapt. You know what I mean? To it. Some people adapt quicker than others. Some people, they're
Sad.
more hesitant.
Sad to see, man. Really sad to see. Anyway, let's move it along. The last bit of news, Bar, before we get into the discussion real quick.
Last bit of news, y'all better buy Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You have until November. I'm gonna give you the pro month. If I don't see that shit peak up in them Circana numbers or whatnot, I promise you, PlayStation Nation, you're getting roasted, you're getting cooked, you're getting filleted.
Yeah, but see, it's the difference between playing on easy and assist mode like this, where everything is infinite. That's two different things. Playing on easy or normal. Like, I'm not saying every game needs to be played on hard, because I don't even play every game on the hardest difficulty or whatever. So that's not what I'm saying. Because if you play, there's a difference between playing on an easy difficulty or an easier difficulty and then having infinite life, can't die, infinite this, infinite that. That's two totally different things.
Yeah. There'd be difficulties where it'd be like story mode. Just enjoy the story. Like, yo, you can't even die in them joints, bro. I don't know how people find that shit difficult.
I don't know. But yo, let's move it along. Yo, sticking in the realm of Remedy, man. Remedy did announce a brand new Remedy announced a brand new multiplayer game based in the world of Control called FBC Firebreak that will be releasing day and date into PlayStation Plus in 2025. Bari, did you see this trailer for this game? And what's your thoughts on this?
It looks generic.
You know why I put this in there too, right?
I know.
Go ahead.
Yo, the characters, the characters look very generic.
Okay.
If there's a healer, why doesn't look like a healer? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand the designs of these characters. It's just these, boring looking. What are they trying to do here?
Bari, who asked for this?
Who asked for this stuff, man? I don't care if it launches in PlayStation Plus.
Well, that's my question to you, because that was one of the big things about Control, where it needs to be free, it needs to be this, it needs to do that, blah blah blah, all this other stuff, right? Concord. Here we have, not Control, Concord. Sorry. Here we have an established franchise like Control that saw a nice level of success, releasing a multiplayer like mode within that same world, releasing into a service day and date. How do you think that this game, given its track record, given everything surrounding it, do you think it's more likely to have more staying power because of the precautions that's going into its release?
No. It's generic. It looks boring. The characters look bland. The environments look bland. I don't know who's this game for. Why do I need to subscribe to a service? It should be free to play. And
so you think even though it's releasing in a service and not necessarily something that you have to pay a premium for, you still think that it's not that's not the right way to do things? It should just be a free to play and accessible to everybody without having to be in a service.
It needs to be free to play.
Okay.
It needs to not have bland and boring characters.
Mm-hmm.
The stage needs not to be bland and boring. It looks like a PlayStation 4 game.
Hasn't this concept been done before in other games, multiplayer games?
Concept 3v3 concept. No creativity. Nah, my real thoughts on the game, it looks all right. I don't know if I will play this, to be honest with you. What is it? What is it like? It's a 3v3.
No, not
a
3v3.
PvPvE.
No, it's a 3 co-op like survive. Listen, brother, let me not be.
It's like an extraction type joint.
I wouldn't call it an extraction. Its team is creating a gameplay-driven experience focused on cooperative gameplay that incorporates the strange, surreal elements of fans come to expect. So it's like a survival co-op
Oh,
experience.
that's why it's gonna do good. Today's day and age, if it's not battle royale, or if it's not like a Call of Duty game, people don't gravitate towards the PvP highly competitive type stuff. Everybody say that they want that, but the numbers don't show it. Outside of COD, outside of battle royale, the numbers don't show it. When people see PvE competitive, they're more inclined to play or give it a try. So yeah, seeing that it's going to be launching in Plus or any other service, I do think people are going to try this because it's not a competitive game,
Yeah.
and that's real talk.
It looks interesting. You know, I do like the World of Control. I'll probably give it a try just to kind of see what's up with it. That's really it though. I don't really see it. You know, I don't see it breaking any type of walls down or anything like that. But I'll give
Where
it.
is factions?
I'll give it a try. I'll definitely give it a try and see what's up. I do love Control, so I'll see what's up with this. But you know, typically with games like this, they tend to die off rather quickly, because
Yeah, you remember when you said
people
that?
don't support it. Yeah, I remember that.
How do you still feel about that?
What about there not being any factions?
Yeah.
Well, I still wonder where is factions.
Hey, yo, my man, yo, you had a hot line and made it a hot song. That's just crazy, bro. How many times I be seeing that little clip? Crazy.
Funny. But all right, man. Listen, that is the news, man. And if you made it this far, we're gonna give you some trophies. Yes, sir. So now we're going to talk about the discussion and get into the discussion portion of the show. And Bari, we got to talk. Longtime friend of the show, supporter of the show, one of our peoples, our boy Shawn Layden, who we've had here what 3 times now? Three times, yeah, 3 times we've had him on the show.
About 3 times.
You know, shout out to Shawn. You know, and Shawn listen, Shawn watches the show, guys. Trust me, Shawn watches the show. But shout out to Shawn Layden, man. So he was speaking at Gamescom Asia. And, you know, Shawn, when he speaks, man, like, you know, people tend to listen because, you know, he ran one of the most successful businesses within gaming, PlayStation. And he's been within the business for over 30 plus years. So, you know, if somebody like Shawn is speaking, you know, it holds a lot of weight, even in today's time, with him not being, you know, the head of, you know, this studio, that studio, whatever. But the conversation, and this is something that Shawn has talked about before, but I do want to talk about it, you know, again with you and kind of get your thoughts on this, and we can have a conversation. Where, you know, Shawn, he said when he was speaking with Raw Fury, co-founder and chief publishing officer Gordon Van Dyke, they were speaking on, like, you know, gaming industry,
Man, who?
and yo, I'm not doing that. Gaming industry and kind of like, you know, the AAA indies and AA games. And one of the highlight quotes is, you know, AA is gone and that's a threat to the ecosystem going forward. But one of the quotes that really stood out to me, which, you know, Shawn Layden was talking about, was that, where is it? I'm trying to find it. I think, yeah, this is it right here. So he says, in the gaming business, you have Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, indie stuff, but then the middle piece, the middle layer that used to be where Interplay, Gremlin, Ocean, THQ, all those companies made their money.
THQ was a big one.
That middle piece is gone. If you can become AAA, you survive, or if you do something interesting in the indie space, you could. But AA is gone. I think that's a threat to the ecosystem, if you will. So I'm looking at indie stuff with the advent of technologies like the latest Unreal Engine or what Unity can give. I think we can all say that the standard quality of games is pretty high now compared to years ago. So, you know, and then the other section is, now if we could just get a bit more interesting and excitement and exposure for these lower budget but super creative and super unusual types of games, I like to see more of that, because if we're just going to rely on the blockbusters to get us through, I think that's a death sentence. Now, Bari, and there's much more nuggets here that he kind of, you know, dropped within this talk, which was, you know, this was a good thing. But I kind of want to talk about it from the perspective of, like, what we've talked about before, right? Where AAA, AA, indies, and things like that. We know what people tend to sell. What's always the top selling games every year? It's the Maddens, it's the Call of Duties. The most played free to play games or battle royales is Fortnite and things like that. It's the same kinds of games that people are gravitating towards, and oftentimes new games or smaller titles. And we even seen with Expedition, like it has that AAA feel, but it has a $50 price tag that's pulling a lot of people in. It looks good and things like that. But seeing what Shawn Layden is saying and kind of like the landscape of gaming right now, do you agree that that AA is still a very important part of the game industry, and that if AA isn't continuously supported within the industry, it's spelled for doom? Because if all we focus on is AAA and indies, you know, or not even just indies, just AAA. If everything is AAA only, how can you sustain that? Especially with the budgets of these games going up, 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 and up, and expecting more to get out of it.
Mm. I do agree with majority of the sentiments that Shawn is sharing here in this interview. Where I do feel, as somebody that do love the big blockbuster AAA games, I do feel that there's a shortage of those intermediate AA type games. We're seeing studios, where they get that level up, where they did create a big blockbuster or AAA type game. But now we're not seeing them create those smaller, arcadey or smaller type games between that time of waiting for, a specific game. Another developer, Sony Santa Monica. Sony Santa Monica helped out with a lot of like smaller type games. The whole Hokum's, the list goes on before we got to a God of War or whatnot. Whether people gravitated to them or whatnot, that's the key part. People aren't gravitating to them, but we were seeing this flux of like, these type of games coming out, and now, especially this generation, um, like what we're doing right now with PlayStation Studio type games. We're waiting until we get this next big banger from PlayStation. But while we're waiting for that, we're not seeing those smaller games, the Concrete Genies, the Gravity Rushes, come out. What we're seeing is more the remaster remakes, and that is filling the void of them not delivering a game in 4 or 5 years. I do feel like, not having those smaller AA, games to fill that void is a huge problem. And that's something I shared months ago here on WUPS, where, we had that discussion where we was talking about, a studio like Housemark. They made Returnal, but are they going to go back to making stuff like Resogun or Matter Falls or whatnot? My sentiment was, I think they should. They shouldn't have stopped making those smaller games, because within that time period of waiting for Returnal 2 or whatever next big AAA project they're working on, you can deliver these smaller games within there. Obviously, you're working on multiple projects is still going to cause uh, the length of the development to increase because you're doing multiple things, but it's still filling that void of, now we play Returnal 2021, 2024. We don't know when the next game they're going to announce. What's the next game? 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than before they were delivering Resogun, uh, Dead Nation, Matterfall. You know what I mean?
Super
Year by
Stardust.
year by year, filling in these games. So I do feel like that type of games are missed. Studios like that are missed as well. We're seeing indie devs. Obviously, we see indie devs and whatnot, but I feel like it's not on it. The market is reacting to how the consumer is spending their dollar. So as much as I agree with what Shawn is saying, I do feel like the market is telling people like, or telling these companies, people don't want these games like that. Because they're not selling. They're not selling big, especially when it comes from the first party aspect. We're seeing a lot of these stuff more so from third party publishers and whatnot, which is great. But we're a PlayStation podcast. I'm always lining up the PlayStation. I do miss those type of middle, type games.
Middle of
It's
the
a
road
great
games.
year
Yeah.
for a PlayStation when it came to like Astrobot,
I feel
because
like
that
those
is a
are
great
outliers though. Like I feel like games like Astrobot, games
Helldivers
the
too.
Helldivers 2, because Helldivers 2 is not a AAA game. That's a double A game. Even Returnal has a AAA feel to it, but that's
No,
really a,
turn on AAA.
you think so?
They said that. It's
Oh,
yeah,
they
they
did.
said it.
They did. Okay, so I take that back. But things like Helldivers 2 and more specifically Astrobot and things like that, those are more double A titles, and those are outliers where they see immense success and they fill a void when you're waiting for the big stuff. Pause, like Ghost of Yote, Wolverine, whatever, Spider-Man 3, whatever the case may be. But I do think, I agree with you where the market or the consumer themselves, and this is something that we've talked about before, where gaming is now, and you see it. You got a lot of you had, unfortunately, from where I sit and from what I see, developers don't have the influence over the gamer anymore. It's media and influencer personalities and things like that. And I think a lot of what they consume or what they push or the content that they play and they are interested in, a lot of those things, a lot of people and a lot of gamers now are very impressionable to where they also want to play those games or support those games or put money into that stuff, which is why you see the Fortnites and all these other free to play games and things like that, or some of these other titles see the success that they get. Um, I feel like I think when it comes to games and the games that's being put out, it's not enough. And I hate saying this, man, because I really wish it was. It's not enough to put out a game that looks good. And what I mean by that is like the gameplay. The gameplay looks good. You can do everything right, and the game could just not succeed off the strength of a hit piece or off the strength of the Metacritic isn't a 90, it's a 70, a 79 instead of an 89 or whatever. There's too many other variables that's really hindering, especially when you're looking at it from a AAA perspective all the way down to an indie perspective. There's too many other variables where the influence for the game or the influence from developers is not there anymore. And it sucks. And I also think that's playing a big part into it. But I do agree with Shawn Layden where I do think that double A is a good filler and something that I wouldn't want to go away. Those smaller titles, those more obscure titles, that's kind of where you tend to see. And even with indies, you're starting to see that's where you're seeing a lot of the risk and creativity and uniqueness start to come in some of those smaller or unique titles or indie titles for that matter. I wouldn't want that to go away because I wouldn't want creativity and things like that to go away. But again, if the masses is looking at the Call of Duties in the sports games only, what the hell do you do?
Yeah, the problem is also is the marketing too. Like, yeah, the reason why the masses, obviously those games have built a rapport within, mainstream, gamers. But when it comes to some of these double A games, you don't really see the marketing push like you see for a triple A game. Obviously, yeah, you spend a lot of money developing it. You're gonna spend, close amount or as much to market it because you want to get that money back for all the money that you invested. Where it
Mm.
comes to the double A games, not that much money invested, but you don't see the
But you're
marketing
not
to
marketing
push
that much
some of
either.
these games
Mm.
to sell the buku bucks. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at that from like like a PlayStation thing.
Mm.
Because we all know, yeah, PlayStation they do double A games, but not as much as like the PlayStation 4 or even PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation 3. We're seeing less of it this generation for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the thing is like, yeah, you gotta market these type of games, put the same type of energy. Um, like you were doing the AAA games. Obviously, we know we're not gonna have that much marketing bucks. You're not gonna see it on Times Square. You're not gonna see it plastered all over trains, for a double A type game. But you got to get it out there to let people know that these games are here, you know. Um, And that's where I feel like that's why the influencer, the reviewer, the media have that hold on gaming, because they rely so much on those people when it comes to the AA games to market and sell the game rather than the company itself. The word of mouth, or here's this game, you know, let let us know, let the people know that you got it from us, and that you're playing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the marketing that they do with some of these AA smaller type games. But yeah, I just feel like if the energy, the confidence, like a game like Expedition 33, I put it at AAA, that should look good. But the confidence that they have to get all those voice actors, how they push in the game, how they quickly just come out like, here's the length for a game, here's the price. It just it's oozing out confidence of that game. Like, all right, we were making something special here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I mean? I just wish that same type of energy was being put into a lot of AA games. But growing up and playing these games for a very long time in the 90s, early 2000s and whatnot, a lot of these AA games weren't good. Like Cena, he brought up THQ. THQ put out a lot of shovelware BS type games. As a kid, we was playing them because we're a kid. As we're getting older, we're investing more of our money into this stuff. We got to be pick and choosing how we spend it. But yeah, it's a hard situation to fix, to be honest with you, because people's gonna buy into these consoles because they want to be sold on a console, and the games that's going to be selling them on a console are those big AAA Ghost of Yote, Spider-Man 2 type games. Like, oh, this is what the console is capable for. I'll shell out my 400, 500, 700 dollars. It's not going to be the AA type games, but
Yeah, but
I feel like once
even
that
though the
mindset
AAA,
type change, then you'll see more success within that medium. Because we're not all playing AAA games.
I was gonna
We
say,
play indies.
even though the AAA games is definitely going to be like a big push on that. Um, I feel like the AA is definitely going to be was just as important because
Yeah, that's like the backbone.
yeah, like that's the backbone. Like you see the face, you see all this other stuff, but the backbone is definitely going to be the AA and the indies because AAA game development is taking much longer, right? 5+ years for some games, from some titles. The budget for these games are much larger, which means you're going to get much less of those titles just across the board. If we're just doing it from a PlayStation perspective, how many AAA games did we get this year from PlayStation? AAA first party titles from PlayStation. We didn't get any. We didn't get none.
This year?
Yeah, this year we didn't get none.
Concord.
Get the fuck out of it. Yo, stop it. Get the fuck out of it. Yeah, what, okay, let's use that. Concord, and it shut down in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if the rumors is true as far as development costs, Concord AAA.
I don't. Listen, I don't know about.
Just
I don't know
because
about
it's multiplayer.
That. I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, well, no. Even if it is multiplayer, a multiplayer game can still be AAA. But all right, so fine. Let's use Concord.
Yeah, but what will have you disagreeing that Concord is not a AAA game?
Because there wasn't enough there to warrant it being AAA in terms of content wise.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that? So you look at what about Concord screams AAA outside of the budget? The alleged budget that's been floating around.
The visuals, the quality.
Okay.
I do think the content to start out was good enough.
No. There was a lot of content there. There was content there from
especially if they had a roadmap going off. But yeah, like when I look at Concord, visual wise and performance wise, to me personally, it's on the same level as something like a Call of Duty. Content wise, Call of Duty it trumps it, modes and all that stuff. But like as far as like the quality that is being put out there, it's top notch.
Yeah, but from a content perspective, Call of Duty is a AAA multiplayer game, and the content precedes
and
that.
a single player.
Yeah, and a single player, and it's a single player experience as well, and it's zombies and a cooperative experience as well. Concord is only multiplayer. Like it's only got the multiplayer, it's got the maps, it's got the it's got all the heroes and stuff like that. I'm not saying that stuff doesn't also account for it, but if you're comparing something like a Concord to a Call of Duty from a AAA perspective, I don't think Concord compares.
No, I'm not comparing it content wise. That's why I said Call of Duty content wise trumps it. I'm talking about quality wise.
Mm.
As far as performance, the visuals, the look, it is definitely on par.
Okay.
Concord was not an ugly game; it was a
No, it
beautiful
wasn't.
looking game.
Very beautiful. I
You
agree.
know what I mean?
Mm.
Call of Duty is always a bar setting game as far as when it comes to multiplayer visuals and look.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, content wise, yeah, Call of Duty, it's too long in the tooth. It puts out way too much content. But Concord didn't live long enough to to be out there to even get the content. So
That is true. That is true. I would more so compare like Destiny to like a COD. That's like whereas they're both on par content wise. I would even put Destiny ahead of COD from a content perspective.
not launch. After launch,
No.
post launch.
No. I would put it on par at launch. Yes.
Content wise with COD,
Yes.
story,
Yes.
multiplayer,
Yes.
which y'all don't play.
Yes.
Y'all don't play no
Yes, we do.
y'all don't play the PvP like that in
Yeah.
Destiny no more.
Yes. There's
You
still a ton of
do.
people playing. There's still a ton of people playing PvP. From a content perspective, Destiny is definitely on par with COD for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because
And Destiny is a
you
AAA. Destiny is a AAA game as well.
you do have the PvE aspect.
Yes, the
I just
PvE,
feel like
the
I feel like when
PvP,
it
the
comes
co-op,
to
the
the
co-op, and all that stuff.
PvP was
PvP,
flat.
PvP they slipped up, and I agree with you there. But I think the other stuff with the co-op and the PvE stuff makes up for the PvP and would still put it on par. But
Yeah.
I agree with Shawn Layden. I do think AA games are important. And listen, I think I also think this is why it's important for like a different perspective when it comes to game development, right? We've got Korea now coming into the mix in the console space. We've got China, right, with Black Myth Wukong and
China.
AI Lemon and all these other different games, Lost Soul Aside, and all these other games that aren't necessarily super AAA, but they are still being received rather well and being embraced. Then you got Japan, obviously, with the JRPGs and the RPGs and the other games that they're making as well. That I just think it's important to have that this is why, and this is something that he mentions as well with having diverse viewpoints. I don't know if he mentioned it in this article, but I know he's talked about this in the past about having like a diverse viewpoint, or having different peoples and different cultures come in to make games, because that's how you keep things fresh. And we're seeing that with China and Korea. So I think the more people that get into gaming, start making games, start having these unique ideas. Look at this new studio with Sandfall with Expedition 33, a French-based studio, brand new, coming out with something that's very unique, very fresh, very, very good to see. So I think that diversity is also very important when it comes to who's making the games, because I think who also is making these games, albeit indie all the way up to AAA, but let's stick in the AA realm, I also think plays a big part, or is also going to play a big part into the sustainability of the game industry, because you then get a different perspective. You get a very diverse and a very different perspective on the games, which can appeal to a wider audience potentially.
I feel like the like PlayStation, it's also to be blamed as well, because they have set that expectation now where people, when it comes to a PlayStation game being put out, they're not thinking about like an Astro Bot. They're thinking about a God of War, a Last of Us, those big, meet the bar type games.
Yeah,
So the
we talked about
expectations
that.
is different.
Yeah, the expectations for a lot of companies is definitely different, especially PlayStation, which is something we've talked about in the past, where PlayStation has put themselves into a position where they're known for making these big blockbuster titles now. Like that's what people want to see from PlayStation. As much as people want the Jack and Daxters and the Sly Coopers and the what is it, Little Big Planets, or whatever the case may be, whatever those smaller titles are that we were seeing from PlayStation, Concrete Genies and all these other titles, what PlayStation has put themselves, the position that PlayStation has put themselves in now is the de facto place if you want a high quality gaming experience. And unfortunately, what comes with that is more money, more marketing, more risk, and the sustainability of that, especially if you don't meet the sales targets, can be detrimental to the business overall, which is why you're seeing PlayStation pivot um and start making more and trying to embrace more of those middle of the road titles, but also even putting in games on PC. Uh Jim Ryan said this himself, where 20 million, in an interview with Chris Dring back in game industry about that biz, this is probably like 2-3 years ago, they were satisfied with 20 million, but they want more.
Yeah,
The budgets of these games are costing a lot more. So this is what's happening within the industry. And then again, people are chasing the safer option when it comes to the games that they do decide to make, which hurts the creativity, which keeps us getting the same old thing over and over. Like people keep saying they don't want, but this is what people keep buying into. So either stop buying into it to let them know that you don't want this, or things are going to just remain the same. If that small AA title is coming out and you don't want to buy it because it's a 79 or an 80 and not a 90, or it's not what you're used to playing or seeing, you can't complain about there not being more unique games if you're not willing to buy into those unique games that are coming out. And I'm not saying buy every single thing, but if you see something interesting,
we're in November.
You know what too? A lot of people have really shitty taste in gaming. Like that's really a big part of it as well. Matter of fact, I won't say shitty taste, a limited taste in gaming, where they don't really want to venture outside of their comfort zone of what they're used to playing. And that also plays into a part in people not wanting to buy or play something new. They say they want to because it looks good on Twitter, and they want a virtual signal and fake pretend like they really care about developers and creativity and freedom, when in reality they really don't. And it's just they just want to remain within the same shit that they play because they have a very limited taste in gaming. Their genres that they're willing to venture out into is not as vast or varied as people believe would lead you to believe. And you can see that in the things that they play. You can't tell me you want more unique experiences and the only games you're playing is Call of Duty, Madden, and NBA. How the fuck you want something brand new when you ain't playing nothing brand new? Man, let me stop because this turning into When Persona Speaks. Listen. Shout out to Shawn Layden, man, dropping gems, man, out here, doing what he do, man. Definitely appreciate the wisdom.
Whatever, Shawn,
that he drops within the game industry. But we are at the end of the
saying
show.
Comments and making news. Did you see the other news that he said? The other thing that he said?
No, what?
About chasing the arm race has plateaued, like, doing these mid-gen refreshes.
Oh, nah, you got the quote? No, yeah, he did say that in here, actually. Yeah, he's talking about how, like, the way games, I think he's something along the lines of, like, games looking better or consoles providing more power, something like that, has plateaued.
Yeah.
And, like, the improvements are incremental, and there really isn't a big push around that now, or there shouldn't be a big push around that.
Yeah, he's saying here, we're fighting over T-flops, and that's no place to be. We need to compete on content. Jacking up the specs of a box, I think we have reached the ceiling. Like, yo, I get where he's coming on that. But I'm 50-50 on that, because I do feel like, especially a hardware, like I said, I'm always gonna associate with PlayStation. Yeah, if you want to keep people within your ecosystem of PlayStation, you're going to have to compete with, as far as the hardware, and continually, improving it to keep people on the platform. PC gaming is evolving, and it evolves much faster than a console. where you have the option to upgrade, yearly or every 2 years,
Mhm.
rather than on a console, it's every 7 years or now 4 years. So I feel like, yeah, the console side, if they want to keep the people, keep playing plus, keep buying into their store, yeah, you can't just lay so dormant as far as it's like, okay, or stagnant now, as far as just staying on, hey, here's our console we introduced 4 years ago, and we're going to keep that for 8 years, because people's going to eventually like, oh, I want to play the best and the best, especially now that PlayStation's putting their games on PC. It's gonna have more people carrying over. Oh, let me play the best of the best here. Yeah, I might shell out more, but I can play the best quality here. So I feel like, yeah, that, being competitive in that market, as far as like, yeah, keeping people within the PlayStation ecosystem, PlayStation definitely needs to do it. As far as like, yeah, need to compete for content, yeah, of course I'm gonna agree with that. Yeah, the games is what really really matters.
But even
But
with oh, go ahead, finish your thought.
I do feel like, yeah, the mid-gen refresh thing, it is a thing now, where I feel like if you don't have that, you're going to get less off of what you are banking on from your consumer.
This is the thing with that though, right? I think with because I agree, I'm kind of 50-50 on that statement as well. But I also think PlayStation also, especially with this PSSR technology that they're implementing into their consoles now, which is their own proprietary thing that's supposed to be doing all these crazy things that it's doing. I also think PlayStation is probably also setting themselves up for if and when they do go into the next generation, PlayStation 6 generation, there won't be a I won't say not a need for a pro version of a console, but I think they would they would have more freedom to kind of be like, do we really need this or do we not need it? Because PSSR is carrying the load, pause, when it comes to making these games look and run as best as they can be using the AI, machine learning, upscaling technology. I think what we're seeing with the pro version of the pro right now in PSSR is kind of the start of them eliminating the need to do the mid-gen refresh, or at least have the option to be like, you know what, we don't need to do this because we got PSSR, and the PSSR is enough for us to kind of push things a little bit further and unlock this or unlock that, and just make a more premium console out the gate and let PSSR carry the console throughout the entirety of the generation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I feel like something that's based on hardware, you're always gonna want to update the hardware. It's no different like an iPhone update. Yeah, everybody getting iOS, what are they on, 17 or whatnot? But the older phones not getting all of the features. Yeah, you support iOS 15, but you're not getting the best of what it can and do. It's no different than like with PSSR. Yeah, PlayStation 5 Pro is built into the hardware, with AI, machine learning, all that stuff. But with a PlayStation 6, obviously it's going to have the hardware to do that. But if you want to keep improving and getting better or adding more or doing more, you're always going to need that hardware. Where,
No, I
yeah,
agree.
you might have the PS6 that does PSSR, but the PS6 Pro is going to do it much more better and efficiently
Well,
because of the hardware
that's why
that
I'm
they're putting
saying
in.
that I could see PlayStation building something that's a little bit more, even more premium out the gate. So
Oh, so it's
I
going to
think
be more money.
yes, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. I'm saying like, so with PlayStation 6, and I think they're kind of setting up for this with the price of this Pro. I think PS6 we're looking at 600 plus, minimum
Mm.
600 for the console, and I think they'll actually have that pro version or higher end version. That's probably the $800, $800, and you kind of choose out the gate, and then PSSR will carry the generation because you'll have the standard model and then the pro version model or the higher end model, whatever, and then you got PSSR AI to kind of just carry everything throughout the generation and call it a day. Because most people aren't upgrading their GPUs every year or every 3 years. People keeping their GPUs for 10 years, 5 years, 7 years, right? So if PlayStation can put something out that's a little bit more, even more premium out the gate, a little bit more money, have the PSSR, improve upon that, which we know they're most likely doing right now, then you'll kind of see that kind of taper off. But then it goes back to the games themselves. You still need to be
Oh
putting
yeah,
out
content is
the
always going to be
content is going to
king.
be
So I
important.
agree. I agree with that standpoint that Sean is saying for sure. You
Yeah,
got to compete for the content,
yeah.
but I do feel like this day and age is just different, you know. Especially with platform holders putting their games on other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than just the content now, especially if you got all these services and things that, you know, people can just like,
Mm.
the
Yeah.
game is on this platform, I'm going to go on. And that's money out of their pocket that I'm pretty sure they don't want to lose, but they're also making money because they have their game on a different platform. It's a different
It's a lot
ballpark.
of
I'm kind of like
variables.
I'm just rambling, but
No, it's a lot of variables, which I agree with. Yo, E-Rex, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, games as a service is a problem too. 8,000 hours of Destiny makes it hard to play other games. Games as a service is also that, you know, look at what people were saying about Concord. Where's the skins? Where's the they wanted monetization in Concord, which made no sense to me. You get a full-fledged experience for $40 and you didn't want to buy into that, which is absolutely crazy. But yo, listen, guys, we are at the end of the show, and if you made it to the end of the show, we got to give you your lovely platinum. 173 platinums. You guys getting up there. You guys are getting up there, man. For 200 platinums, we might do something really special, man. I got to talk to Bari, see what we're going to do. But we are at the end of the show, guys, and we appreciate everybody that made it this far. Bari, get the people your outro. Let the people know where they can find you, what content you might have be coming to your channel, all that good stuff, bro.
I just want to know I'm onto your game, Persona.
What's
You
that?
run a tight ship over here when you hosting. You know what I'm saying?
What
You run a
mean?
very tight ship. When I'm hosting, oh, we going 2:30, almost 3:00.
Cap,
You know what I'm saying?
cap,
I'm watching you,
cap.
bro.
That's
I'm
cap.
watching you.
That's cap. That's cap.
Nah, man, but yo, we appreciate everyone coming through and checking out episode 173. It was definitely a fun episode. Lots of different opinions on here. And yeah, you know, this I feel like, you know, the comments that Shawn has made, I can definitely see other, you know, conversational pieces happening throughout that. You know, because that's for the time's sake, you know, we gotta keep it pushing. But nah, man, thank you everyone for supporting What's Up PlayStation Podcast. Definitely next week is gonna be a Halloween stream. So you know what I mean, we're gonna be in our get up or, you know, whatever makeup Persona's gonna be putting on. You know, say he wanna be the Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix one.
Oh, hell no. Especially not after that second movie. Hell no.
But yo, also, like I said before, we definitely got to sit down and talk about it because we haven't done a giveaway stream since earlier this year, and we do 2 every year. So, you know, whatever month we trying to do it, you know, we'll announce
Yeah,
it
we
and
can
let
talk
y'all
about
know.
that. Yeah.
When we do our WUPS giveaway stream. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't even know if I want to do any content, man. Like, yo, I definitely want to do a Gran Blue video. You know, talking about Gran Blue and, you know, what I want to see going on with it. But I really wanted us to play some games as well, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't playing no games in like 2 weeks, yo. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to be like, all right, this is the weekend where I could just be like, yo, I can just game, man, because now I have the time and you know, the energy.
I
But
get it.
we'll see how we feel, man. We'll see how we feel. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the episode, hit the like button. If you really, really enjoyed and you're new, subscribe. And hopefully you enjoy your stay here at What's Up PlayStation. And we'll see you next week, same time, you know, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As for me, man, first off, you know, shout out to everybody here, man. I was your host this week, man, Persona. You can follow me on Twitter at Persona Speaks. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Gaming with Persona. And the content I got coming to my channel this week is I was supposed to do the first Berserker Kazan. I was going to talk about that this past week, but, you know, responsibilities, tired. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. But I am going to push to put that video out next week. I do want to put my thoughts out on that, especially since the demo ends on the 20th. So tomorrow is the last day to play the demo. So I am going to want to try to put my thoughts out there next week at some point.
Oh, it's a time period?
Yeah, it was up from the 10th to the 20th.
Oh,
for the
okay,
beta.
gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And then, you know, obviously, you know, if some news hits that I really want to talk about, we'll do a When Persona Speaks and whatnot. I do want to do a Dragon Ball Sparking Zero open lobby live stream. I might do that during the week, depending on how the week kind of plays out, or next weekend. We'll see. But then also you can follow at WUPS Podcast on Twitter at WUPS Podcast, and subscribe
Hey,
to
yo,
the
they
YouTube
say,
channel.
yo, you ain't old, Persona. They said, Bari old. Hold up, man.
Bari definitely
Yeah, I
old for
mean.
sure. That man old. He take a Sharpie on his beard to get rid of the grays.
You say your knees not cracking yet? Nah, my grade's coming through.
Get it you a Sharpie real quick.
What I do is I got the nose trimmers.
Yeah, or
So
you
when I
trim off a
shave,
little. Okay.
I clip that joint out.
Okay.
But it's too much coming now, man. I can't keep up with it.
Oh man, Bari, man, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. We hope everybody enjoyed episode 173 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, man. And always remember, guys, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is a podcast for the community, by the community. We appreciate everybody here, and we'll see you guys next Saturday, same time, same place, same crew, the WUPS crew. And for those watching us on Apple and Spotify, it'll be up tomorrow. So appreciate you guys, and we out. Peace.